Welcome to Storm King's Thunder, where me and a bunch of my nerdy-ass friends get together and we like to play Dungeons & Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons!
Dungeons & Dragons! Tonight we are on session 27 of our campaign. Last time we saw the Lords of Nightstone as they requisitioned a blacksmith, the barracks, the scribe, the farms, the landing deck, an Avery combo. They purchased a Pegasus, a la Davos, Griffin, a la Spencer, Giant Raven for Gulbran, and the Face Stag for Talaband from Clyde Swiftwhip, as well as 2 of the Crystal Collars. Helena gave you guys Dragon's Venom, powerful poison made from the Venom of Valor that you guys extracted. You received your party clothes, which gave you boost on checks, which I realized after session we didn't really use that much of. You guys really just like roleplayed it so well. I was like, no, that's like, I like that little, I don't know. It was fantastic. You also got your improved winter outfits from Miros. Bergen got a very specifically phrased dance partner in the Cleric's era after some heavy-handed encouragement from Davos. Sleuthfire was held, and the older Knight of Lathander, Lucius, requested that the temple be devoted solely to Lathander. Some of the followers of Beleki were upset by this, but ultimately decided to restore an abandoned lodge in the Ardeep Forest that they could make into a temple. Nightstone held their Midsummer Festival, a day rich with food, drink, merriment, and games, and Davos and his mother performed a Bayfighter song, My Hero, to thunderous applause and fantastic reception. We do not have a Talaband, but Galvin came searching for a draconic artifact. And he was being pulled by the amulet that looked similar, and he was able to identify the crystal ball that Davos had, which was a crystal ball of true seeing, as well as something else on Talaband's person that this is being drawn to. Skipping past that. Following day was Shield Meet, the long-anticipated day of the Shield Meet Ball, where you guys loaded up on the West Wind Wyvern, along with your dates, and headed out. Daphne helped you guys all look your best and prepare to not stand out too bad, and were flown to Daggerford that morning. You're not donning armor or shields, so check to make sure that you have those unequipped. I went through and I tried to pop it for you just to make it move a little quicker, but make sure those aren't equipped, and all of your weapons are within the bag of holding that Talaband has, excluding Devin's axe, which was too big to fit. Your shields are probably not in the bag, just fair warning. I imagine your shields and armor are actually back on the airship. You met with the Lord of Succumber, the next town over, and he sought to form a defensive pact, but you very shrewdly decided against making commitments outside of, or in this type of environment. You also met with the four of the 6 lords of Waterdeep, Lord Ochre, who offered to buy the secrets of any of the other lords that you met in court, but would pay handsomely if informed, and very handsomely if proof is provided. You ran into Lady Azure, which you soon discovered to be Safine, and told you that some of the lords she believed were involved in sinister forces. You met Lord Sage, the religious leader, who you guys very perceptively cut through his bullshit, and realized that he was a liar and seemed to have ties to the Iron Ring, according to Kella. Which brings us to Lady Scarlet, the espionage leader, who you found out to be Kella Darkhope. This was the Zent agent you guys engaged with when you first arrived in Nightstone, and she threatened to have you guys killed if you revealed her identity to anyone, here or otherwise. You also met with Lady Daggerford, who, after some discussion and negotiation, agreed she would send merchants with different goods than what she normally provides, than what your town normally provides. And she offered you a tower near Succumber as the lords, as long as you guys promised to keep it garrisoned by a battalion. Davos also met with the harpist Freda Glissando, who was one of the bards Ord told him about, and begrudgingly, after... Sorry, that doesn't make any sense. I'm going to skip that.
She was a little freak.
Yeah, sure. Kind of a priss, but kind of more of the... I think it was a self-righteous thing rather than like a...
Fetish.
I don't know. Give him a taste of his own medicine kind of thing,
Right,
but
right.
yeah. A scream broke out from beyond Lady Daggerford's doors, as Tally and Bergen both felt the sharp sting of a stiletto dagger with a wicked venom that pierced into your sides. 2 assassins disguised as servants have preyed upon your party. And with that, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative, motherfuckers. Do one of you want to take Devin until he gets here, and one of you want to take Tally for the session?
Yeah. I already have
Cool.
tallies pulled up, but I don't know
Cool.
Spencer's setup. If
Yeah, I do not know how to do that. I could try to
Okay.
do that. Do I do it through Roll20?
Through D&D Beyond, when you go to the campaign and it shows you everybody's characters, you should be able to load some of those character sheets. I think I have them all set to where you guys can do them. Anyone in the parties, but
I know that generally I can't change the hit points, so I just write them down.
yeah, and that's cool. And I'll try to keep up with them on the token as well, so we have an idea when things are getting critical. With that, Tally and Bergen did both take a chunk of damage at the end of last session. I think 48 and 32, where I think Bergen did you get the short end of that stick? Is that how that panned out?
I'm showing
No, I
Tally.
think
You
I got
failed
the
your check, yeah.
one, yeah.
Yeah. You said you showed Tally on the...
He's the one who got 32. His max is 57.
Oh, yeah.
He's at 25.
Cool. If you
I got
can't
him
see
pulled
Goldbrand's sheet... Okay, you do get it up? Cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the
Here's
court...
Tally.
Yeah. Here's Tally. He does have a very, not Jack Black. That's entirely wrong. Wow. Jack Nicholson vibe. Got that craziness.
Come on, Bergen. Man.
I thought one of those was me for a split second. I was like, whoa.
What?
Nope.
That's fair though.
Oh, you must get initiatives from like your armor or something.
No,
No?
I pretty much always roll low, and I have a low in general. Yeah, I'm usually last. Before this starts, where is the who has the bag of holding?
Talibin does.
Tally, yeah.
Okay, thank goodness.
And yeah, right, top of the initiative order. We're also going to I'll explain the sort of setting here. I was kind of stalling, hoping Devin will pop up so I don't have to go through this twice, but we'll go ahead and get it rolling. It's weird because I see... Oh, I see it now. Sorry, I was losing you at first. Alright. Alright, motherfuckers. At the top of... Oh, well, I'll go ahead and explain the room, I'm sorry. As we back out a bit, you'll see that there are two entrances to this room. The staircase to the north, which is the grand entryway that you proceeded in through, and the quarters on the far end of the hallway, which is where where Lady Daggerford entered from. All of the figures with purple dots are guards. These are people employed by the city of Waterdeep or Daggerford to protect these types of events. Down here, you realize now there are 4 assassins. There is not just the 3 that you originally thought. There is one over here by Lord Umber, who is now on his knees. There is one over here, which this is supposed to be Bergin's and Talibin's, 2 that have approached behind you on either side. One on the far south with Lord Succumber, who has also been stabbed, but is still standing. In addition to these, you have Lady Azure over at the bar. You have Lord Ochre up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5. Oh, that's
You
right.
say
Because
Umber and Succumber both got stabbed?
Umber got stabbed and is down. Succumber got stabbed and is engaged with the assailant. There are several guards around the room which are rushing in. Court erupts and shouts and screams and cries, and the chaos has taken hold as all these nobles, the 50, 60, 70, 80 people that are in this room just begin to try to pour out of the one exit. There is shouting. The guards are trying to get through the crowd. Lord Succumber is clutching his side as 2 guards rush up to aid him. And you do not spot Lady Daggerford, but you do hear the scream from her chambers beyond the way. Again, you guys have no armor. Bergen, your AC is going to be +2 because I'm going to say that you can get by with your gauntlets. And then with that, we'll get right down to it. Talibin, which is Devos, yeah?
Yes.
What you got?
Let's see. So basically, anything that's not a purple dot is the assassins.
Correct, yeah. The colored dots.
And Succumber is this one here?
No, that's Umber, Umber is the one with the X on it. This is Safine down here in the blue. And then on the southern side of the map, there's Lord Succumber down here with another assassin.
All right.
And then there's Lady Scarlet up on the balcony to your left. There's Lady Ivory and Ochre on the balcony to the right. And then Lord Sage in the corner here on the right.
Okay. So naturally, I want to get everybody their stuff.
Okay, I was thinking you could probably do an action and your bonus action and pull 3 things. And my logic there is that Tally throws 3 knives a turn. Maybe he can that quickly, because all he has to do is think of it. He doesn't have to search for it. So he can pull out 3 items. What does he pull?
So he doesn't really need anything.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna say Davos's sword, his dad's sword. What is it called?
The Blade of Night Erembor. Yeah.
Erembor.
Cool.
All we have is weapons, right? There's no shields.
You can't have shields in the bag. Too big. Or too wide to get in.
Goldbrand and Bergen don't have a weapon.
Goldbrand has his greatsword in there. Rather than the one that he originally started the campaign with.
Right.
Not his axe, but he has that in there. And then Bergen, I think, has his mace in there, correct?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna just do them. Then everybody gets a weapon now.
Yeah. Tally reaches in and just, you guys go from unarmed to squadded up, instantly. Stab our homie, here we go. And that brings us to Talibin's turn. Unless Tally wants to try to make a move.
Wait. You said Talibin's turned? Who's that bring us to?
That brings us to Bergen, but I was saying, does Talibin want to move on his turn?
I'm assuming opportunity attack if he does.
Yeah.
And he can't use a Misty Step, right? Because that's a
he uses action and bonus, to pull the 3.
You know what? No. I'm gonna keep him there.
Bergen, you've just been stabbed in the side and you feel this coagulation start to occur where your blood just becomes thicker and you could almost feel as your heart has a little more trouble beating and it's beating very rapidly. What do you do?
Alright. Let's see. Alright, so first of all, I have a question. I don't know if this applies to let me throw it up first, but I just got this last level. I don't know if that applies to the ranged aspect of my mace or just when I'm using it as a melee weapon.
I would say you could do that on with your ranged attack as well.
All right.
100%.
Cool.
Probably hand grenades.
Let's see. All right. So I think I'm going to. Oh, and another question.
Yes, sir.
I looked it up, but I wasn't sure how you wanted to do it. I don't know if I'm casting a spell for multiple people in front of me, am I one of those people?
You can be, yes.
Okay.
It says up to X number of targets, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can choose yourself as a target, and as well as an enemy, ally, anyone else.
Okay. Then I'm going to do.
Hello, Devon. Welcome to the battle.
Oh, hello. You want your character back, I suppose?
Perfect time.
If I gotta.
I think by the time we get to him, he should be ready.
Yeah.
He'll be good.
I was looking for his longsword in his inventory.
How many rounds have passed?
How many rounds have passed?
None.
Just
We
started.
just got into it and Tally threw everybody their weapons for his first turn.
Yeah. There we go. So I had to change the volume on this significantly.
I want to cast this on me and Tally.
Heal the battle injured as an action. Sweet. Okay, 5 times your cleric level, which is 8, correct?
Yeah.
So that's 40. So you can divvy that up as you see.
Jeez.
Yeah, so my max HP is 59 and rounded down, so that would be 20. 23.
Yeah, solid. Okay, so 23, so he gets 17 back. What was he at on his sheet, Brandon?
25 out of 57, so he took 32.
25.
Plus 17, he just healed Tally?
No, that was for me. That was, hold on a sec.
So 23.
Wasn't it, doesn't he get the extra? You got the 23 and he got the... Or was it that's what Tally got, was the 23?
Let's see here.
See, he's using
I just
Devin now.
needed 14, and I guess he can
I
have the
see.
rest.
So that's
Yeah.
26 plus his 25 is 51?
Yep.
Sweet. All right.
But he can only heal like up to half of his max.
Wait,
If I'm reading that
for
right.
Tally?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think I see what you're saying, yeah. More than... No more than... Okay, so what was his total again? 60...
Oh, Tally.
Oh, is he
57.
already over half?
I don't know.
He was slightly under. 57 would be 28, so you'd only be able to heal him 3 hit points.
Oh shit.
You
Oh,
sure
if that's
you
the
wanna
case.
use-
No,
He's the only one who I
won't
think is
do
missing
that.
hit points, except for the NPCs. And using
Alright.
discretion.
Remember, I think me and Goldbrain have healing abilities too.
Yeah.
If-
All right.
think-
In that case, I'm just gonna bonus action healing word. Where it be?
Okay, yeah, that works because your okay, the divine strike was just a question. That's right. Yeah, your preserve life is a class feature, so that's cool. So go ahead and roll healing word. 15, solid.
And I cast it at 3rd level, so I'll get 5 back from that from my blessed healer.
So he goes from 29 to what? 43, 44.
I was in such a rush. I don't have any alcohol. This might be the first time in like 100 sessions that I don't have any alcohol.
There's no sponsor. What are we gonna do?
There's a
Like-
break that maybe you can run and get
Remedy
some.
that. All right. Bergen immediately stabilizes himself and Taliban for squaring up this assassin donning these robes of a servant. And we go to Davos the Dawnbringer. What you got?
Real quick, Tally did get healed.
Yes, he got healed with both of those.
He just got 15.
So just the healing word, the 15.
But
Yeah.
didn't you use your preserve life?
No, because it would only would
Oh, I
have
see.
healed him like 2 or 3 points.
Okay.
It would have
I
done
gotcha. Okay, so he's
wonders for me, but
I think he's
Okay.
at 40 now. Okay, cool.
Is Bergen poisoned?
that was another question I had.
I guess I yelled
Bergen,
out.
yeah.
Bergen, are you poisoned?
He doesn't seem to have taken any additional effects from the strike. He took the additional damage, but he doesn't seem to be there doesn't seem to be anything lingering. But the enemy's weapon does have a gleam to it.
The one in front of him.
Yes.
All right. Well, I gotta protect my boy Tally. So I'm going.
I think I can help Bergen out.
Right. Swing with that blade he just tossed up, like Matrix style or something, like in the air, grab it, alley oop, boom, swing down.
It's funny. He only pulls 3 things out of the bag, and the 4th thing he pulls is the knife. And
I'm guessing a 13 misses.
13 does not hit. No, sir, no, sir. You actually cut through their robes, and you find that underneath they have leather armor. That's underneath of these clothes. Bonus action.
As a bonus action, Shield of Faith, concentration. That gives me a +2 if I use it on me. Let me see, Tally. Yeah, definitely on me.
Cool.
Shield of Faith, +2 to AC. Let's see.
Anything else? Any movement or anything, my dude?
Nope.
Goldbrand, what you got?
Oh
Friends
boys, oh
have just
boys,
been
oh
stabbed.
boys. Yeah, there's a lot of shit going on. Okay, so is Lord Umber down? Who's the person with the cross?
Yeah, Lord Umber has been stabbed and is on the ground. Lord Succumber has also been stabbed. He's on the southern end of the ballroom.
But not down.
But not down, correct. There are 2 assassins flanking either side of your party. There are several guards, which are the ones with purple dots. And then there's 3 lords that are up on the balconies away from the assassins. And the Lord Sage is up here in the northeast. And then in the southeast, you'll see Safine.
Our dates are not on the map.
your dates are beside you.
They are beside us?
Yeah. There's
Okay,
only 4
good.
of you.
Because the way I've envisioned this was Golbram, like, totally conked out, not paying attention while Daphne navigates a social situation for him. He looks up at the gasp and, like, looks up to see Bergen getting stabbed and goes, fucking finalies. And so...
Shit. About time he got stabbed. Goldbrain, you're kind of a dick.
He's qualified for Bergen, but fucking finalies, a dance I am good at.
That's a great quote. All right, go ahead.
I want to, as my bonus action, I will, you know what, I'll use my action first. I want to use a second level spell slot to cast Hold Person on the assassin in front of Bergen.
Solid. Okay. What's he got to pass? A wisdom save of...
Give me just a second, I'll put it in the chat. Well, where the fuck is it? There it is, sorry. DC 14.
Okay.
That's not great, it should be more than that.
Oh, he does not pass. So he is paralyzed for up to 1 minute?
I'm going to put it in the chat. And I like to envision that this is like, instead of a black hole, it's almost like black nebula clouds, like flow over to him, wrap around him, and then just lock him down. This is a small, straight piece of iron. I like to think it's iron dust. Goldbrand takes some iron dust out of his thing, and it turns into this.
It just intensifies the gravity so much that this person cannot move. They are not prone, but they cannot lift their arms. Like they're braced against their legs, like trying their best to stand. That's super spooky.
Yeah, so he is paralyzed, which means he can't.
This is the one in front of Bergen, correct?
Yes, this is the one in front of Bergen. So Bergen, he can't move. I don't think he can attack you when you leave his range. You can smack him, and if you hit him, that is an automatic crit. So you dish it out to him before you leave.
Gotcha.
Bonus action, I'll use my starry form. This is the dragon. He makes the dragon constellation appear and gets his starry shiny wings back, and that's probably gonna be it for my turn. Besides, he'll move.
Concentration spell becomes the dragon. All right. Cool.
Yeah, he will move there, and if I can't move Daphne, but he would like push Daphne behind him, or
And we're gonna say that they can, or they're gonna shift to be toward the exit on your turn. So Sarah also got an opportunity without getting struck. Helena also got an opportunity to pull back. So all 3 of you have gone, yeah.
That's it for me. Been planning that all week.
Cool. All right. Assassin A, which is Red Boy over here by Lord Umber. He's going to see the 2 guards behind him. He's going to see Safine at the table, and he's going to lunge for her. And he's going to go... Ooh, one of those hits. He cuts into her robes, and you again see that Safine is also prepared and has armor on underneath those. She does take a bit of damage, about 14 points, and that puts her...
You can ignore this. I'm just putting it there for people to read.
Assassin B is the one that's behind Davos and Tally. He's going to go for Tally again. I think both of those hit. That's a 16 and a 17.
Both of those do hit.
For 28 points of piercing damage.
Total?
Total, yes, sir.
Alright.
That brings us to the Lords of the Guards. The 3 lords up on the top, as well as Lord Umber, are going to try to make their way toward the exit. Boop. And then Safine is, she's going to go ahead and she's going to make him pass a save as well. She's going to cast Dissonant Whispers.
Hells yeah.
And that fails, so that is 5d6.
Jeez. Was that 3rd level spell slot? I can look.
He takes 20 damage as she does this maddening thing where she says, "You don't want to be the one to die here, Shug," and he just hears it 1,000 times over in 1,000 languages in his head. Very spoopy.
That's pretty spoopy.
He's not bloodied, but he took a decent sized hit. Assassin C, which I think is the green one up here, who is paralyzed. He can't do anything. At the end of his turn, he gets to make a save. Devin, you're muted. Okay, sorry. He passes his save. Make sure that's right. But that's the end of his turn. Okay, so he cannot do anything else. That brings us to Assassin D, who's the one that succumbed. He's going to go for 2 strikes as well. Ooh, one of those hits. 14 damage. And Lord Succumber's looking in pretty rough shape. He's been stabbed twice with this knife. His garments are being soaked in his blood from the area around his gut. That's going to bring us to Taliban. Back to the top of the initiative.
He has a new longbow that I don't remember seeing before.
Yeah, that was supposed to be a thing for when he was here last week, and I thought we'll retcon it and add it in just so he has the stuff. But
I will Kai Karim.
get him, slice, motherfucker. He does have a melee form of that. I'm pretty sure. That might hit anyway, though.
Did it roll it? No. Okay.
I did not see anything.
It did not. Let's see.
Hit the feats and traits tab real quick. Sometimes you need to
Alright.
do that to get it to tie. There we go. Now it went through to us. 28 and 8. Or did you click it again? Is that
No, I did not click that. That's rolling damage, I guess, automatically.
that definitely hits him. Go ahead, and he's got at least 2 more that he can do this round. Or no. Yeah, 2 more he can do this round.
No, I need to add sneak attack damage.
Oh, true.
Is it
Right.
straight Kai Karim 2 more times, or the psychic?
One of them is a bonus action. And I think it doesn't add something to the die.
Right.
So yeah, so hit Kai Karim and then the bonus action one.
Alright, Kai Karim. And then bonus action 1.
12. Oh, and that added the sneak attack, so we'll...
Sponsor tonight is Peach Mango Angry Orchard.
Alright. 25 total damage is what I got.
Yeah. Actually, that's 8 plus 12 is 20 plus those 2 5s is 30.
The 12 hit?
Oh,
12
I'm sorry. I saw the
it
double
should've
12
just
there.
been Should have
Just the
been
top 2, you're right.
yeah.
Yeah.
And the sneak attack.
Yes, sirree. Cool. Alright.
Alright,
Anything else for Taliban?
that's it.
Alright, Pop to Bergen, what you got, dude?
Okay.
He is no longer paralyzed, so you don't get the auto crits on him, but he is
Alright, so since no more auto crits, I'm going to heal myself. With
on
an
the heels.
damn. Trying to figure out. No, yeah, I should. Well,
Yeah, I didn't look at the
Sorry.
turn tracker very well.
fuck it. I'm going to. Okay. Damn. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna healing word myself.
Gotcha. Cool. Go ahead and roll for that.
No, fuck it. Cure wounds.
Yeah. Pop it.
Wait.
Solid. All right, go ahead and take that. Anything for your bonus action?
Bonus action. No, I'm just gonna move to.
If you move, he will get an opportunity attack, just so you know.
Oh, right, he's not paralyzed.
If you move out of his range, I should say. If you skirt him, that technically would be fine, but...
No, I guess that's it.
All right. That brings us to Davos. What you got, man?
Does the assassin look bloodied at all?
The one that you're by?
In front of Tally.
He's about that point. Yeah, he's a little over, but yeah, we'll say he's bloodied.
Alright, come on. Gonna try again.
Get him.
Hells yes.
Nice, yeah. Cut into him.
And you know there's gonna be some smite
Yeah.
coming with it.
My favorite thing about you, dude. About Davos.
Before that,
Let's
I'm gonna
give you 2.
use...
Go ahead and roll, but I'll be right back.
Okay, let's see. Where is it at?
Sorry,
I,
keep going.
Gonna use a bardic inspiration to use a blade flourish. Gonna use the slashing, which deals extra damage,
Get 'em.
which is a... what is my damn? 1d8. So here's the d8 of extra damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
And the smite, I'm gonna do 2nd level.
Pop, motherfucker. Go on off.
What is it, 3d8? Let's see. Sorry.
No, you're
I'm
fine.
new.
No, you're good. Are you playing on D&D Beyond or Roll20?
But
Gotcha.
3d8. Okay. Divine Smite. So 16 plus 13, 29 damage.
Excellent. He's pretty close to critical territory. Goldbrand, what you got, dude?
Well, since I'm too close to cast any more spells, I could hold one of them again. How many?
Not so tender when you.
How many
could
feet are
hold-
these? How many feet are these squares? This is an
5 feet.
assassin, right?
Yeah, the ones with the colored dots are assassins. The ones with purple dots are the guards.
50,
which forgot to take their volley.
60, 65. What's the range on hold person? 60 feet. Range area 60 feet. Can I hold person this assassin here?
You can. I'm also going to say I forgot to roll for the guards damage, so I'm moving some stuff as you're doing that. But 2 of them have moved up. He got hit twice, but there's not a ton of damage.
I don't. Oh, there's 2 things I could do. I guess I'm gonna go ahead and burn my last second level spell slot to try to hold him to maybe help out Succumber.
Okay.
Since I have my concentration thing up, I have to make a DC.
He rolled an 11, and he does not get to add enough to that to make it worth it. So
Okay.
he's gonna go ahead and be paralyzed. What else you got?
I can't do anything a bonus action because my starry form is not the archer form. I would like to glance at Bergen, see how he's looking.
How he's looking. Bergen, how you feeling?
Not awful. I'm okay. Stable enough.
Okay.
Tally is the worst one. He's looking pretty close to critical.
Okay. Let's see.
And his assassin is coming up, if that makes a difference.
Oh, there is an assassin next to him too, isn't there?
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. Can I retroactively hold
I
that
would.
one?
Yeah. Go. I appreciate you trying to save the NPCs, but
No, didn't even occur to me.
no, you good. What else you got?
I can't bonus action, so that's it. I don't have a bonus action.
Gotcha. Sorry, taking this paralyzed thing off. All right. Assassin A is this one down here. He's gonna go for Safine again. Oh, he gets 2. Ooh, one of those is a nat 20. One of them's a 15. That's Whoo, shit. She's actually going to use a reaction to give him disadvantage on one, which no shit is a nat 1. I don't know if y'all could see that. You can't. I'm on the wrong paper anyway. I'm sorry. Does fail. That's not a critical fail or anything, you know. So instead, she will take 2, which she looks very rough, but she snarls at him, and Assassin B has to make a save at the end of his turn. Has to beat a 14. He has a 12. He gets to add I think 2 to that, which will meet. Nope, he dumber than I thought. Yeah, he fails. So he is still petrified. Lords and the guards. These 2 guards down by Succumber are going to try to strike on him. 15, 18. Both of those hit for guard 1. Neither of those hit for guard 2. The assassin is still standing. Over here by Safine. 2 more guard strikes. One of those hits. 2 of those hits. And that one's in the red assassin over here is in a critical condition as well. The other 2 guards, this one over here is going to strike. They're going to make ranged attacks on the balconies. Miss, miss, hit. And then the other side. Miss, hit, miss. They ping the one in front of you for a chunk of damage. He's on death's door at this point. And then they ping the one over by Safine as well. Alright. The other 2 assassins, C, who is the green one, is going to go for Bergen once more. A 2 for his first attack. 16 plus, yeah. Bergen takes 14 points of damage, and they're going to use their bonus action to disengage and go 5, 10, 20 feet to here. Assassin D is the one down here by Overlord. Oh, both of those hit, I think. Yeah, both of those hit. That's going to be 28. Oh. You watch as Lord Succumber goes down. As we go to Talaband.
Same thing.
Roll with advantage because he's paralyzed.
Alright.
Yeah, crit that shit.
Alright. 1, 2 for the first one. Alright,
Ooh.
crit that shit.
Well, yeah.
Do I need to roll again?
You just, no, and actually just roll the 10 damage actually finishes him, so you can take that second one and fire it at somebody else. Or I'm sorry, no, he has
with
16.
advantage.
I got that backwards.
Well, hold on. If the first one hit, it is a crit anyway because he's paralyzed. So that
Yes,
could be
okay.
20
So that would go ahead and finish him off. And then now you get your second crit.
The green one. Okay. The green one with the second crit.
Cool.
And then bonus action, Psychic Blade. Also crits.
Oh my god.
I don't think I get sneak attack for that, though.
You do have advantage on the attack? No, you don't have advantage.
Not for him, yeah.
Yeah. Well, damn. That's
So it
a
would be
insane.
16
That's technically
plus
3 crits
5,
back to back to back.
Yeah.
21 damage to green is what I got.
10-4. All right, and that brings us to Bargine. Unless Tally wants to move.
Yeah, Tally's gonna move.
What you got, Tal? Where you going?
5 foot squares, you said?
Yes, sir.
We'll do 20 right here. That's it.
Cool. All right, Bargine, what you got?
So how far am I from all this action here?
It's like 50-ish.
About 40, 50 feet. Yeah, somewhere right around that ballpark.
Is there a fucking ruler on roll 20?
There should be. There is for the DM. I don't know if it pops up for you guys.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know how it works though.
Oh shit.
I don't think that's right though.
That's
because
not
that-
accurate. Yeah,
I was
that's
gonna
not
say.
That's what I was worried about.
30 feet. That should be 6 squares, and it is not. Yeah, so if that says 36. We're gonna say about 50 feet.
Alright. So if I ran a double time, I could get there.
You could
He
go.
dashed. Yeah.
This dude said double
You-
time.
Yeah,
like
I mean,
I like it.
he went through cleric training.
I was about to
There's
say-
a little bit of athleticism.
Joey called him a sergeant earlier. That's very fitting for the idea of a sergeant. Double time.
Shit. Alright, so first I think I'm going to... Tally's still all fucked up, yeah.
Yes, I think he's still in pretty rough shape.
Alright.
Also, I forgot, Safine did not get to make her move when the guards and the lords went last turn. So she's actually going to, you watch as she disappears. Blinks out of existence.
Oh.
And you see her pop up on the balcony up here. We're going to say right about here.
Now, was that a giant blink out of existence, or emerges out of a cloud of mist?
That was a blip. No mist, no misty step, no thunder step. That was a blip. That just put a lot of things in context for Devin.
Thanks.
She wasn't gonna use anything unless she was pretty bad, but that does technically use her action. So Bergen, I'm sorry. Do you want to dash down there?
I'm actually, before I do any moving, now I think I'm actually going to hit that Channel Divinity.
Cool.
Fuck,
Channel
I
that
gotta find
divinity.
it again.
DP.
Yeah.
Anyways,
so it's
it
40
was 5
points, and
times- yeah, 40 points.
how much do you get?
I'm actually, let's see,
Or is it 2? You can pick any 2 targets, isn't it?
anybody that I can see within 60 feet. I can divvy it
Gotcha.
up among any of them, I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
Let's
yeah.
see, but I'm going to do So can if I hit the guys who are down, would they stabilize, or is that something? Does it not work that way? Like,
And yeah, you gather that they just like your friends who may go down and be unconscious but not quite be out yet, you gather that they're not completely extinguished. You can't get a good look at them to know for sure, but you don't believe so.
then I want to hit him,
What a good dude.
and Tally. Just one for each of them, and then the rest to Tally.
You could pick 3 targets?
Yeah, I'm
Anybody
pretty
he
sure
can
I
see.
anybody I can see.
Oh,
within
any
60
number of
feet.
targets, I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
if they're within
Alright.
60 feet. I don't know if
So,
they are or not, but
half of
that's
that. You watch as Lord Succumber gets up. He coughs a bit of blood and he turns and he also has some type of gauntlet on that gives him a little, that he's trying to use as a brace to shield. He is still down, like he is prone, but he is not dead. I will move that off of him.
And actually, if I can, let me do 5 to each of them, and then
Cool.
the 30 to Tally.
Lord Umber does not get back up.
Okay.
Man's dead. Or not human. Well,
You you gather that what he was hit with must have cleared him off, which is odd for a military leader. Just for your perception, you'd probably pick up on that. But
you is
go
a
ahead.
surgeon.
That's the recurring theme tonight.
And then a bonus action, I'm going to throw my spiritual weapon right here and take a swing.
Yeah.
At it.
You're just running away, and the cleric's like, no.
Let me
By the
see.
way, I was listening to an old session. I remember you saying that your magic is green. Would you like this to be green instead of yellow?
Sure. Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Sorry, random thing I thought about the
That's
while
like a
listening.
greenish
That's
yellow.
funny, I picked that up the other day.
That's a little too green. Let's go a nice sage.
I
shall we?
believe forest green was the descriptor used, because I watched that earlier this week.
15 damage popping the that's a solid hit. That actually
Did it hit? I didn't see that.
I didn't see the 2 hit. Yeah. You might have to hit it again from your actions menu.
Weird.
It's kind of weird.
Mm,
I mean, you can roll a mace attack, because it
Yeah.
should be the same thing.
oh, like my attack?
Your regular.
Yeah, go ahead and swing it and we'll see if 'cause that is weird. Normally that pops up when you 14 meets, so that does hit. So that 15 damage. Whoops, no, that's too much. There we go. As we go to Davos the Dawnbringer, what you got, my dude?
Using some light Lathander on old green boy right here.
Get him. Let's make a 15 con save. His con's not terrific. He rolled a 12. He does not pass. He is blinded.
With 15 damage.
You actually like he runs forward and Bergen's mace like smacks him and like spins him around, and you just like full blast him as he's trying to sneak away and thinks he's got away from you guys. You like his eyes shriek and you watch as his skin sears a bit and he falls down and is dead. You still have your action, my dude. What would you like to do?
Yep. I'm gonna move 10, 20, 30 right
Oh, did
here.
he die?
He did die, yeah.
I was gonna knock him over.
And do
Oh
some
no, poor Goldberg.
3rd level guiding bolt.
Yes, pop him. And which one is this on?
Sorry, orange by Succumber.
Orange? Gotcha. Cool.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
19 hits
Yeah, that do hit.
for 23 damage.
Yeah, solid damage output that turn, my dude. 10-10. Alright, and with
15,
that,
by
I'm
the way,
gonna
is
mark.
the max that light Lathander could do.
Yeah, plus it has been bumped since you got your sword, so I think this is the first time you've got to use it since you've had it. So a little extra beef.
Dad. Thanks, Dad.
And with that, Goldbrand, what you got?
Well, I was gonna run that one down and knock him over and hold him down. So what I think Goldbrand would like to do is he'll probably have to dash to get there, I'll move him here in a second. He would like to dash across the floor towards the red assassin, where the 2 guards are.
Yes.
It looks like y'all, my friends.
Got it covered.
Yeah, gonna handle this. He's gonna pat Burger on the back and he's going to say, "I'm proud of you. You did most nice." And then he's gonna run across the floor and holler at those 2 guards to holds that bastards. And 5, 10. Oh, that's Burger. Sorry. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I get to move 80 feet. No, I get to move 90 feet.
45. Oh, Jesus.
What did I say? 40? 45?
You can pop him from
50.
there with some of your range stuff.
But I want to get to him and hold him, grab him.
I got you.
45, 50, 55, 60. Guess I'll stop right there. I would like to rage. Bonus action.
Cool. All right, that's your turn. Assassin A, which you got is the red one. Like sees Sapphine blip out of existence as he tries to slash through her, and sees this looming shadow over him as Goldbrand just appears and gets really angry really quickly. I like to think actually you scream as you like charge across the hall.
Goes up, snorts bloodweed, screams and runs.
He's gonna panic with his action. He's gonna
It's just a
twice.
normal Friday for Goldberg.
One of those hits. Actually, both of those might hit. What's your armor class? Does a 12 hit?
12 does not hit.
Okay, so one of those hits. You take 14 piercing damage.
Cut in half, right?
Yes, because you are raging. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then this guy, he's gonna use his bonus action disengage.
Disengage, I thought so. So I can't smack him.
Actually, no. He's going to
Doesn't matter.
You watch as he reaches out a hand to the ground, and this murky blackness just sort of rises up from it as darkness envelops you guys in a 20-foot radius.
Oh, fuck's sakes.
For fuck's sake, he says. 20-foot radius.
Darkness is a bonus action? Or maybe he
This
has
is an ability.
Yeah, I was about to say. He may have something. Let's see.
Quit trying to meta it, Devin.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's the worst about
Very
it.
confused. I was like,
I did the same thing though, so I can't blame him. Like, this is payback, I think. Oh, come on, let me move the fucking square. Oh my god, roll 20, you are a monster and I hate you.
I ain't gonna say he's gotten away, but he's making it very difficult. I think even if I grab him, I don't think we're gonna get anything out of them. But
You talking about
try.
for questioning?
Alright.
I want to at least try.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking for
Okay.
Orange Boy here.
Assassin B has been killed. The Lords of the Guards go. Sapphine is going to, she's going to fire off, she follows off another Dissonant Whispers. He has to make a save. He rolls a 10, which does not pass. He takes 5d6. We're not even going to roll damage. Goldbrand, you get up there and you just watch this guy, like, grab onto his skull, like, as this cloud of darkness.
I thought I couldn't see nothing.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So
I
she
forgot
can't see
about
him.
that. Yeah, which is true, yeah. Okay, never mind.
Can she
In that case,
dispel it?
she's going to move toward the entryway, around the balcony. She could dispel it, you're right. She will. No more darkness.
Oh.
Good
That
point,
worked out-
Devin.
That worked out better than I would have hoped.
The 2 guards by Succumber make a strike. One of them hits. Only one of them hits. It's just not off him, but he's in critical condition. And then the archers on the left side, actually, I think are going to finish him. Yeah. And the archers finally take him down. Succumber, bleeding profusely. Umber, down for the count. And this one lonely, frightened assassin over here, really feeling the presence of that big shadow. Y'all's move. What you got? Taliban.
So red is bloodied, critical.
Yeah, how's he look?
Pretty close to critical. Not quite, but under 25%.
He could ready his action if he wanted to see if he slipped away from Goldbrand. If he can't reach him to do anything else. To hold him there.
Oh man.
That's full of tough choices, isn't it?
Yeah, and I don't know Tally much for like the utility aspect of what we gotta do here.
You do know that you can see red now. I can't delete this thing because it's stupid. So you can see the one remaining assassin.
Right.
But you do also know there's something beyond that door down south that is going on.
What?
You heard a
Yes,
scream
so-
beyond that door at the.
Initially?
Yeah, it's sort of like all this happened simultaneously. The
Alright.
scream, the stabs, the other lords being attacked. It was synchronized.
Seeing
did-
that Goldbrand's got it taken care of, he will dash towards the door. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Get to the door. He's actually got 35-foot walking speed. Could I open the door?
The door is actually opened by the guards who ran through previously, so you could continue in. It is a bit of a hallway, but it doesn't lead immediately to the chambers. But he is within. Next turn, he could access it. That was with a dash or without a dash? I'm trying to think.
That was with a dash, yes.
With a dash, yeah, that's probably as far as he could get. When you sort of get off the map, quote unquote, is when you've officially entered her chambers. These guys here are off, and she is obviously beyond there, or at least you gather from the screen and the fact that she's absent. All right, Bergine.
Gonna run as. Oh god, I think things sound weird.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, what the hell? Oh god, like I'm trying to drag my
Get into
character and the whole map is like sliding. Well,
Oh.
I'm trying to get over here. Rush every time.
Okay. You could 5, 10, 15. Yeah, that's about as far as you could get. Maybe one further square. Unless you want to use your action to dash. You do still have a mace up, but I don't think it could get to him in time.
Right. Well, I'm trying to get to the guy on the ground to. I know I probably can't cast anything once I get there, but to do the.
Yeah.
There, the
So you can.
time,
We'll say you use your action to dash. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can get to him, and then I'll let you use your bonus action to make a medicine check to ascertain his situation.
Oh, word.
Do you have a healer's kit? Oh, never mind. I
No.
don't think that matters.
16. So you see this, and you see the blood has already stopped. He is not because the hole has been mended, not because it is restored from your attempt at healing him, but rather because the blood is just so thick it's already clogged up, and he has gone. It's unsettling, and you gather that he was poisoned, perhaps not by the knife, perhaps by the knife, but also perhaps by his drink that he's been consuming steadily through the evening, that he may have been weakened throughout the evening to try and make this a quicker takedown. And that's what you would gather from your bonus action.
Well, dang. And I guess my mace will just move as close in that direction as it can get.
Okay.
Oh wait, that's a bonus.
Or I think that's a
action.
bonus
can't do
action.
that. Yeah.
Or can you move it for free and then it's the action to swing?
No,
or is it...
it's the
Okay.
bonus action is moving and the swing, so it's
Gotcha,
technically
okay.
a bonus action. Never
right.
mind.
That brings us to Davos.
I'm going
there
to
is-
run towards the Lady Daggerford's chambers,
1, 2.
10, 20, 30 feet, and cast Cure Wounds, 3rd level, on Tally.
On Tally, solid. Okay. 40 for 19, so that puts him at 59. Excellent.
Wait, 59, what?
Was it
No,
40?
remember he got hit with 28 points in damage, so he was down to 12.
Didn't he get Oh no, you are correct. So 12
he went up to
plus the
40
19
from
is
Earth.
31.
Yeah.
Si se puede? Yeah.
Does that mean Davos can get to the door?
I can't,
Yeah, that's as far as you can get with
because
this
I
movement.
wanted to heal.
You do have a bonus action if you'd like to use it, but with that we
Do
go
I?
to
Let's see. No. I don't. I'm done.
Okay.
Ain't nothing to do but to do it to him. So I want to grapple him. Is that a attack roll or a?
Contested strength check.
That's what I thought. So I have it's strength or athletics. I don't think it matters.
Oh, I think you're right that you can choose athletics or acrobatics. So I'm gonna check his stat block real quick.
Well, I get to roll advantage. I rolled 26 because I'm raging. That's the reason I get to roll advantage.
Damn. He's not. Oh, he got a 20. He has a +6 to acrobatics. He got a 26. Roll again.
Rollies!
Rollies! Oh. Yeah, you got him. He
thinks he's gonna get away for a second.
He slips away for a second before he realizes that your reach is much longer than the standard human, and you like clump him on the shoulder and pull him back and get him into a chokehold.
That only takes one of my attacks, though, right?
It's an action, so you don't get a second attack.
But it is an attack option.
No, look at it. We did this last time.
That's fine. Go ahead.
But we can. You have him grappled. You can use a bonus action for anything that you might have.
No, I was gonna use a second attack. Club him over the head. I can't.
Gotcha.
I have to use another action to restrain him, to pin him. It's like a separate. It's another roll.
I see.
Grapple weird.
Okay. Assassin A. He's gonna try to wiggle out of your grip. I forget. Is this another check? We do another grapple check, so you roll again as well, yeah?
Yeah, and I still
okay,
get
so roll again.
I'm raging.
Oh, got a 19.
Did both of those go through?
Oh, not enough. He tries to wiggle out, but can't. For his bonus action, I mean, he can't do the stuff he wants.
He should have just tried to stab me, that coward.
You're not wrong. Yeah, and that's gonna be his turn. The guards will come up, and with you holding him, they can certainly finish him off. He only has a...
No! Go over. I thought it was clear when he said, holds that bastards.
Okay.
I once who talks to this once, he says.
You have him. And the rest of the lords have exited. The guards are scrambling. Some of the guards are heading toward the chambers. Two of the lords are watching Lord Succumber, who is still in a weakened state. In purposes of this, are the rest of you proceeding to Lady Daggerford's chambers?
Yeah.
Goldbrand, are you staying out?
Goldbrand, if he can. Goldbrand wants... Oh. No, Goldbrand wants to incapacitate him.
He wants to incapacitate him. Okay. Well, shit. All right, for that, we're going to go ahead and...
He doesn't necessarily club him. Like, if he's really
go ahead and roll
he'll choke him out.
You would go before him. Go ahead and roll a... You're doing non-lethal damage to knock him out?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
This is not Arvindale, though, is it? I don't have advantage anymore. Did that roll? The sound is delayed for
12. Yeah, that does not hit.
Okay. I don't manage
Did you
to
get a
knock
second
him out.
swing?
Oh, you're right. Good point. I was about to say, I don't manage to knock him out this turn.
There we go. Yeah, you knock him out this turn. You pop him over the head with your giant wooden sword. Roll some damage. That's exactly what you needed, actually. That's funny.
Gustu taps him lightly. His children's.
All right, so he is...
After that, Goldbrand wants to drag his unconscious body like to the middle of the room so he can see what the fuck the others are doing.
Everyone else seems to be heading for the southern chamber, and as you guys go through, you race over the stairs. You race past the stairs towards Lady Daggerford's chambers, through this hallway and up, and you see the lady, frightened and furious, standing over the body of another assassin, who has blood leaking from his ears and nose. Several guards now surround her, and the lady seems unscathed. She is furious, and say, I want to know exactly who these people are. I want the entire staff interrogated. I want to know everything. Are there any more of them? Alive, I mean.
A conscious one in the middle of the hall.
And she yells at the guards, and they run off to grab her. And she thank you for handling that. I'm sorry. I'm shaken. I went to freshen up and was ambushed. We need to find out who did this. And anyone who wants to can take a investigation check on the corpse to see if you can find anything.
All right.
That assassin's corpse.
Tally.
Let's see. One other person.
Yeah. I guess.
Mine's,
Davos, he seems to have been
mine's
some type of assassin. With
I've never
Tally's
seen this man
14,
before in my life.
Tally would know that this man was killed by psychic damage. He would not say that aloud. He would convey this to you. The way he is bleeding from his nose and his ears is a common thing that Tally has seen with his own magic. He cannot ascertain anything in specific on this corpse. There are 3 other corpses in the other room, as well as 1 unconscious person. So we have 2 corpses and 1 unconscious.
I
How would
guess
you
I
like
would
to?
ask, like Lady Daggerford, you took care of this one?
I had to. I am not very gifted, but there is magic in my bloodline that I've called upon a time or two. This is completely unacceptable. And she charges through and begins going into the ballroom, and her guards have taken the unconscious man and strapped him to a chair, and she.
No. I'm sorry. I've been picturing Goldbrand standing over him.
you
He
can
wants to
intercept.
talk to him first.
I see. You're okay. You
He is
didn't-
all glowy.
You moved his body and not you, so I didn't realize that you were with him. But
Oh no, yeah.
I got you now.
No,
No, you're cool.
Well, yeah.
Uh,
Over this guy, he still looks like a dragon. Got his sword
Mhm.
out, and any of the guards that approach, he just wants to menace because he wants to talk to the motherfucker first. He's trying to wait for the group.
Okay.
But
The party returns, Lady Daggerford in tow. Safine is the only lord that seems to have lingered. Your dates are up near the entryway, but keeping a safe distance. Guards are still within proximity. How do you go about it?
Now I kind of
How long's it been since that? How long's it been since the dude died?
It's been. You're talking about Lord Umber?
Yeah.
Not perhaps a couple of minutes, not very long.
Okay.
I will tell you. From your medicine check earlier, you think you could revive him, but his body is in such a state that you're not sure if the poison's effects would linger beyond that being brought back. You might put him back together, but how long it runs and if he is still poisoned thoroughly from his stomach and the wounds themselves is difficult to ascertain.
Yeah, I have Revivify, but it has to be within the last minute. It's been too
Mhm.
long, I think. So
You
okay, you don't want to use it on him. That's the thing. That's the thing that cost you your 1 diamond. Like you want to keep. I don't know. You don't have
never
to do it. I'm
know.
not-
He
I'm
might
not
know
gonna tell-
something.
Oh, but I am suspicious. He might know
Devin's always
something.
suspicious.
Like he was placed there to die. I don't know if Goldbrand would put that together, but that's what Devin thinks.
I want to search this unconscious person's body before we waken up.
roll an investigation check, and we'll even say that Tally is helping you.
Does that mean advantage?
Either way, you don't need it, damn. With a 21, you give him 1 silver. There's no identifiables. He has stolen or been given the clothes of a servant here, wore it over his armor with weapons hidden. You realize now that the stilettos have cork at the end of their pommel, and that they were likely smuggled in with the wine. You also gather, with a 21, you see small barnacles on his neck.
Barnacles?
Barnacles. And you remember when you were fighting Wex and his cultists that a few of them had something similar. Were humanoid in appearance, but had these aquatic traits.
Yikes. Bergen, I'm sorry, Goldbrand wants to ask if you've described everything.
Yeah.
He's talking to Bergen and Davos, but I guess he'll say where the room can hear. He wants to ask, can any of yous keeps him from lying? Or has any ideas to keeps him from lying? I think Jarl wants to ask the same things, but I'm not sure.
Caliban can detect thoughts, which I would say would give him advantage on insight checks for an interrogation. Safine does not have that particular spell.
I feel like if they can't do it,
And that's
I have command, but I don't think that can. I don't think it
Can I
really
ask
looks
Spencer
like
if he has a spell?
I command thee to tell the truth and nothing
That
but
would-
the truth.
I like that.
that would be one round. But yeah, you could do that, or however many times you could cast
6
it.
seconds.
Can I like mage hand grip his testicles to where if I think
Oh my
he's
God.
lying, I could just.
We're gonna call that a no.
What's his dick?
Yes, Sapphine does not have access to Zone of Truth. Sorry, I had to double check, but
One of
Tally has detect buds. Yeah.
yeah. So you could ask him, and when he responds, you could roll with advantage to see if he is. I would say Tally could roll with advantage, and one other person could roll, and we will try to glean from him what you can.
I don't like it. All right, we all
He
know
is
the same
unconscious now, so I'm gonna say he fails that automatically.
thing.
He's gonna wake up with that in effect,
in effect?
not
Oh.
knowing that it's going.
All right, Goldbrand will lean down over him, just wrap his hand around his left hand around his throat, and then just smack him awake.
You pop him. I mean, he's in critical condition. I might do a couple. No, we're not gonna say that hard. But you stood him awake, and he spits up a bit of blood, and you see that it's a human man, dark hair, looks to be 30s ish. What do you ask him?
Well, first I want to. Can I tell from what he's wearing if he's aquatic like the rest of them?
Not from what you see.
He wants to search him first. He'll ask the room before he starts.
Thought
Y'all
we
wanna-
kind of already did.
Yeah, the barnacles are the only
Oh.
feature that you see on this particular body.
But did we
Tally
remove,
didn't.
I guess, all of his weapons and stuff too that we saw?
Yeah, I imagine you disarmed him.
Cool.
Right.
Um, Are there any more of yous in the dance halls?
In the what?
In the halls? The dance halls? I don't know what you call
The
them.
halls. I see.
The halls?
He looks around at his slain compatriots. No.
Does Tally happen to glimpse him thinking of any more? Anywhere else in the halls?
He does not. No, he seems genuine that the assassins were within this main hall and within her chambers. That was it.
Who was the target, I guess?
I was supposed to have a lot of questions now. The first one
Well,
was how
yeah,
many
good
were
to
you
ask.
here? Yeah. How many were you here to kills?
Yeah.
As many as we could.
Who
Wow,
ordered
not
that?
even goals. Awfuls. Terrible organizations.
We had our targets.
How
But-
many did you get?
Looks over at Lord Umber. Looks over at your two allies who, all mended, still have blood across their clothes, and looks like one.
Looks like.
Smiles.
I would say
Gomer at this
who's-
point would
who's
look around
been-
at the group kind of like,
Who ordered the kill?
Yeah. He looks about. And what do I get if I tell you? You let me go? On your word? On your God's word? Lathander, by the look.
I guess I kind of look at Lady Daggerford, like, I mean, what do we
Daggerford
do?
does not seem to be. She says, I'm tired of waiting, and she comes up and she approaches him herself, and she is screeching, like she is fierce in this, and she is, who sent you? Now! And he jumps a bit, and Tally, while he doesn't say anything, he sort of grips his jaw. Tally picks up the Kraken, Slackwithel, and he announces this. And when he does, the assassin's eyes grow wide, and he goes, no, you can't. And and begins vomiting briny seawater that reeks. It is gushing forth. First a spurt, now a continuous stream. It is seeping out of his nose, out of his ears. This goes on for about a minute before he collapses. And what is a now ever-growing pool of salt water that is filling the floor of this chamber. Eerily dark for how shallow it is.
I like to think Goldbrand does not let go of him. He's just
Gross.
Like continuously pouring out water still.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
Once
pouring out
he
of
dies, once he dies, it seems to trickle out. Like it
Okay.
ceases.
I don't think
Is that
I've ever
like
seen
a-
the children's do that before.
is that like a insta kill word that we should remember in the future?
It's
Who sent you? Slacker Thel.
Or
He didn't
not
even-
ask, just be like, Slack with boom.
Well, he didn't even say it's the worst part. He
No,
We
right.
said
That's
it,
what I'm
thought
saying.
it
We,
passively.
But he didn't die until Tally said something about it out loud, right?
right.
When it became known, he
That's what I thought. Yikes.
Yeah, I'd
Sounded
say
like he was
anytime
gonna
we
tell us
see
not to say
anybody
that.
like this to kill him, we would just be like, oh, I know Slack with Thel sent you.
Just-
Yeah. Has
That's a fair point.
anybody
This
made
you gather this
checks
might be something
about
specific
what-
to think cyanide Nazi tooth is the best analogy
Yeah.
I have for it. Like divulge no secrets,
Right.
But now Devin's scared every time they say it in character. He looks at us. I don't know. It's weird. Kraken's scary. Don't like it.
Slack.
That's what I was gonna ask. How much Goldberg probably would know anything about Krakens? How much does the group know about like Krakens? I don't know if we've
You guys
pursued
have
that or
anyone who wants to can make a history check. Yeah, we'll say history, or religion.
oh god.
Solid.
You holy boys know anything about Krakens?
I remember.
Pavlos, you remember what part of what you've been told from Zephyros, who told you that they were agents who seek to change the path, that they worshipped a kraken within the deep, Slackwithel, who had psionic powers and was terrifying to comprehend. You gather that, given his comment of we had our targets, but as many as we could, you think that this was not, while it may have been a targeted strike, it was definitely to weaken, to cause chaos, to be as disruptive as possible, which doesn't seem to have been exceptionally successful.
Well, at least we know it wasn't, I guess, spies, espionage within the Daggerford. Waterdeep, whatever.
Anything else in the dance halls? The Panic at the Disco, as it were.
This motherfucker playing this, I swear.
I didn't. That's
Yeah. So, what happens with hymns? Goldberg asks. Mostly the lords
to
of Waterdeep as he gestures to the
Umber.
corpse. Yeah. Or specifically, what happens to like his persona?
You look a little closer now and see that his mask has been knocked askew. And Saphine comes up and she removes it. And she... No, this man was Yardwim of House Craghammer. You see an older dwarf, not a sturdy figure, but healthy looking, other than the fact that there's this thin trickle of white foam from the corner of his mouth. She says, he's one of the generals in the Lord's Alliance, I believe. I think he used to be a part of Force Grey. I had suspected he had ties to the Alliance, but I never thought he was a member of the Grey Hands. That's unfortunate. It makes sense why he was targeted. They were known for putting a stop to the type of cataclysmic bullshit I'm sure Slackwithel has in store.
We're talking about Umber.
Umber.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
She does say, I didn't realize you boys had so many enemies. Looks like you were on their list to get.
So she's... I don't know. I'm sorry. There are other people watching, and I feel like she's not acting like she doesn't know us. That's...
You gather that there's this general air of chaos that
It's not...
it
Doesn't
seems
matter.
just as much. Yeah, it seems you could be talking to witnesses. You could be doing any number of things. No one's paying you. They're searching the rest of the castle, and lords are being escorted onto their ships, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Fuck. But I don't know. How do we explain that to all these people standing around? What the fuck's going on?
Well, pretty much everyone else is left. Like all the non-named nobles fled in the initial panic.
But
as
Lady
well as,
Daggerford's not still standing there?
not standing there. No, she's going about with her guards and
Oh, okay. Never mind.
proceeding with a full inspection. She's telling them what to do, and
Do y'all want to give Saphine the spill? Or should the group withhold that? About what's going on with Slackerthel and Hecton and just the general bullshit we've been through the last couple of months?
She nods, and I was aware of some of
Well-
this. We had heard of your victories against the hill giants and the stone giants, as well as your taking down the dragon down in the misty forest. And I know, of course, that you've managed to seal the Fate portal up north. I hope you're still putting that trinket to good use, son. And she gives Tally a little bit of a wink.
Is that a dragon trinket?
That's a pretty damn good question. Make an insight check.
I was gonna just say it out loud if she knows.
No, do it. Oh, I thought you were. Like, you catch her off guard, and her eyes flick over to you and goes, "Ooh, well, I gotta say, I felt Mr. Tally here would piece it together before yourself, but you are sharper than you look." That sounds
Take that
rude.
as a
There's-
compliment, like like kind of blindly oblivious.
I mean, it wasn't intended to be an insult, but
Definitely sounded.
she says, "No, yes, suppose the cat is out of the bag, Taliband. I was hoping to reveal this at the right time, but I am also a follower of Zafuhiri. I apologize for being dishonest before. It's difficult. Things are very precarious nowadays. Everything has to happen in a very certain sequence. And
Is
you,
this assassination part of that sequence?
not that I was filled in on, Shug. I was just told to keep my connection a secret until Taliban was a little more ingrained.
Do you know any
Can't
things
be a-
about this Krakens?
She, I've heard the name. Terrible creature, the deep. Can manipulate people, even from all the way down there. Told them to do his bidding. As agents that he sends out. The society that you've encountered now sounds like a couple of times. I cannot say their motives here. Knowing that Lord Umber was a member of Force Grey, I have to say that it may have been an effort to demoralize. Umber was one of the, we'll say, few good-aligned lords at the Waterdeep Court. His presence will be missed, and his replacement may be more willing to engage in less than becoming behavior.
If these are anonymous, what's the stoppings? Just says one of us to do it. How do they bars from this or selects this positions?
When when a seat becomes available, often the most senior lords will convene and come up with a list of candidates, and then we will be able to choose from that curated list as a whole. It is we never know who the final pick is. It's always done through subtle means.
Do you guys find out who the other lords vote for?
We do not. We do not get to know the results or which one has claimed victor, nor who had garnered support or who had not. It is usually passed off to where one lord will rotate through and acquire this information, be responsible for seeking that individual out. Once that does happen, however, it is that lord retains that information. So each of us knows at least one other lord at court. Nothing that we're discouraged from being spoken of. If we were, then what's to prevent the person who knows our identity to reveal it themselves? It is sort of an unspoken pact.
Devin wants to put Osvius try to get Osvius as a candidate, but that's
Pretty clever, actually.
my first thought was one of us to do it, but
Well, and you also, this is a military leader. This is
oh yeah.
This isn't just, it is the title Lord Umber is tied to that position. And then they choose, these people nominate who they think is the most qualified person in town that they believe is worthy of the position.
I feel like that means Bergen could do it, one of the knights could do it, possibly Knight Ehrenborg could do it.
I don't know if they would take somebody from the outside.
That's a fair point, yeah. I was thinking
Good point.
this is going to be people who live in Waterdeep, more likely than not. And
I was just thinking, beware of anybody that Lady Scarlet would approve of.
and she nods, and I'll keep that in mind, Shug. I'll see if we can't gain some sway. I'll see if I can't find another good one out there.
And I guess I'm debating sharing more.
Yeah, I mean, she could help us. Like, you could ask her how much she knows about the Zentarum. Like, I mean, she's obviously gonna be a fucking smart character, but may not put two and two together. Like it's a separate question, like we did with the Kraken.
You could ask her, Devin.
Look, Saphine, I really hate the Zentarum. It's kind of like, childhood enemies. Like,
Understood, Shug.
I heard that they have a hold here in town. Do you know who might be the leader or someone we could talk to get them out?
I'm afraid, I know that the Zents do occupy some areas in Waterdeep. I could name you a few establishments to send you in the right direction, but I'm afraid in Daggerford I'm less familiar. I'd say they're surely here, and I've heard similar such things. I can't say I know anyone by name, but you might just have to ask around, sure. Just be careful who you go probing at.
Yeah, I'm careful with my probing.
Code of the night.
Regret my phrasing. Lord Succumber is somewhat patched up and is in the area. You also see that Lord Ochre and Lady Ivory have both sort of came back in now that they have been escorted back in by guards now that the initial chaos has died down. Lady Scarlet and Lord Sage are nowhere to be seen.
Did we ever talk to Succumber?
You did. You discussed the possibility of a defensive alliance.
Right.
Left him with our secretary.
We didn't talk to Ivory. Is that what it was?
Did not talk to Ivory, correct.
Right. Speaking of probing, I see Lady Ivory come in and maybe walk over.
You see she's visibly shaken, even with all of her features covered. She's like this has stirred her up a bit. And she's staying fairly close to Lord Ochre and the Waterdeep guards. If you approach her, I suppose that I must thank you for taking care of that situation.
It's what we do.
These kinds of false wrongs.
It is a pity of Umber. He had mentioned to me earlier that he believed this would be the last of these balls he would attend. I'm unsure if he was just sick of the environment or if he knew this was going to happen. I recognized, by the way, the airship that you arove in, the Westwind Wyvern, correct?
Yes.
She nods her head and goes, I'm a follower of the Platinum Dragon, and knowing his agents are doing good work, it does me well to know that you are a part of the side the Platinum Dragon throws his weight behind.
Jeez.
Yeah.
So many directions.
Yeah.
So what is it you do here in Waterdeep?
She goes, I am the cultural purveyor, in charge of restoration and preservation. We actually, I've been pushing. I see that you are a blue bear, Lord Goldbrand. I've been pushing to preserve the mounds of the Uthgard. We have, in the past, excavated upon them, retrieved, as you know, Gert's great axe from Morgur's Mount up to the north. We no longer possess this, of course, having passed it on to Harshnag, but we were responsible for its excavation and acquisition. Before my time, of course. I've been trying to go in the other direction. Sorry, what?
That's a cool job. Sorry, that's more probably Devin talking than Cobra. But...
Okay.
Cool. Do you have any questions, Holy Mans? He wants to ask Bergen. Music Man and Holy Mans, I remember from earlier sessions now.
I can't think of any.
Okay. Lord Ochre is adjacent and does say, I know that this evening has evolved beyond what we imagined, but my offer earlier still stands, saving for Lord Umber. If you have any secrets, anything that you'd wish to cash in on, I'm more than happy to acquire them.
What do y'all think? It's up to y'all. It's up to y'all. I feel like it would be a very bad idea, but it would make us a lot of...
How much we talking here?
Tells you, for palpable evidence, 100 platinum pieces. He says for rumors or leads or verbal, like something to go on, 250 gold. So either 250 gold or 1,000 gold for proof.
We could give some of the journals that we have.
He'll say proof or identities, actually. If you know their name, I could find out more from there.
It's up to y'all. So...
Maybe there's a way we could use it as direct leverage with her.
That's
the fact that we know.
I mean,
But
she
to
specifically
get her to do
warned...
what?
Say that again?
To get her to do what?
Uh,
I mean, leave? I feel like she's not gonna.
That's a fair point. What's your,
I guess to, Ochre, we know where to find you.
yeah.
And he dips his head and excuses himself. Succumber is being escorted up, and he says, "Thank you for your help. I have to say, people want you dead. I guess you know you're fighting for the right things." He smiles a bit and says, "Umber passing is a pity. He was a strong figure in the Lord's Alliance. He sought to accomplish things that... He was a tactician. He knew how to spread resources wisely. I hope his successor is equally adept."
Okay. Has he been following the conversation that we've all been having, specifically pertaining to Slarkrafel?
No, I imagine most of this was like spoken.
I see.
In
Back when
hushed
we were
tones
just
rather
with,
than-
when we were just back
Yeah.
with Stephanie. Do you know anyone that wants you dead?
He shakes his head.
Just
No,
specifically.
someone who wanted my lordship, I suppose, but there's no one in town I feel has a true angle for that.
You've never
It's not a
seen
very
anything
glorious
like,
thing.
You've never seen any humans like this before, so he wants to point out.
Point out the barnacles and stuff.
Yeah.
He
or like that before. You can understand. Like what
He rolled a
effect
5.
does he have to do with all of this?
he does not. Do you mention the Cracker Society by name or?
No.
Okay. He does not. No, he says he was hoping that you would uncover some further information.
We know where to find you.
Does he know about our deal with Daggerford? Lady?
What? Oh,
About the tower?
Tower?
does not. He was not
I would,
told by her.
yeah, kind of bring him up to speed. Hey, look, you know,
Yeah.
this is what an alliance with Daggerford what she would like. But if we go there, we're not trying to intimidate you or seem like...
And he shakes his head. No, on the contrary, no. Your force has grown. You have many troops now. Our city is, admittedly, been shaken by the recent attacks on Lork and Orlebar. We are not much larger than those towns. If they could be taken, we are at risk as well. So no, additional troops in the area would be very appreciated.
Good.
Do you like trees?
The normal amount, I suppose. Yes. What, he's in the trench there?
Yeah, just an idle thought.
Yeah. No,
I
yeah.
imagine it will be troops. But we'll figure that out later.
Alright, you guys, unless you have anything else, begin boarding back on the Western Way. Daphne will say one other thing on the flight back. She goes, Caliban, I heard you tell the lords that they have psychic abilities were used to slay the assassin. I must share with you. I do not believe it is known that Lady Daggerford is a spellcaster of any sort. I do not know what precisely she is capable of, but I was unaware that she had any magical prowess. And sort of tells us to all of you, of course, but...
Do we think it's not actually Lady Daggerford, or she's just been, like, learning some new things secretly?
Daphne shrugs, and I'm sorry, I could not say, my lord.
Just like, bitch, I'm just a secretary. I mean, that was my first thought, was that it wasn't really her. I've been replaced, which is why, like, we were told she was shut away. I thought we were told she was sick.
There were rumors. There were different reasons why people thought she was shut away. Some said that she thought she was ill. Some said there might have been an attempt on her life. Some said that the bear of lordship was growing more difficult in her years. There's a number of theories, but nobody knows precisely why.
Either she was replaced or she traded health or something for something else for a price. Power for a price.
I would ask Daphne if she knows of any rumors of something like that happening, someone swapping places with royalty, like even like history-wise.
You guys can roll either roll either a history or an arcana check, we'll say.
Because, like, I'm from a small town, and I feel like small town has a lot of superstitious...
Yeah, or religion I'll even throw in there. You guys get some...
religion, arcana, or what?
History. History, arcana, religion.
Yeah, it's the same for me no matter what. Let's see, tally. Let's go arcana.
Goldbrand?
All of mine are ass, and I just don't think he would know this.
Goldbrand and Davos, I would say go ahead and both roll too, because you're kind of racking your brains. Ooh.
Mother.
Yeah, that was real good.
Come on, Goldbrand, be their saving grace.
I guess it's gonna be history. Well, you said arcana, whatever.
Arcana, religion, or okay. Well, yeah. Davos, you glean the most. I mean, you've heard of shapeshifters. You don't really know, any specifics. It's not.
You don't even know how to identify one.
It's kind of like
since it's already passed.
It's kind of like like body snatchers stuff, but like you don't know any of the specifics on it. It's just like a campfire tale to scare people.
Do we think Safine might have
That's a good
something?
Point.
No?
You'll ask her. She says, "Well, sure, lots of things. Are you? Wait, you're asking her what can turn it into different entities? Are you asking her? Do you think Lady Daggerford has been?
If there's a way to detect, like an item or a spell, even if someone's been shapeshifted, or
she goes, well, if there's a shapeshifter, there's certain things you can do to see through it. True sight would often do the trick. Certain dispels, if you can find out where their source of power is coming from. You might even be able to catch them in a no magic zone. But that's powerful stuff.
Not to be blowing smoke here, but you seem to have some pretty powerful spells there in that fight. Is that anything you can do?
She goes, I admit I overplayed my hand more than I would like, but when you get down in that critical territory, you do anything you got to make sure you make it. She smells a bit. No, unfortunately, I cannot say do not have those capabilities. I think we no magic zone. Sorry, had to think. Good.
I guess the follow-up would just be, is there anybody in town that might, like a wizard's guild or something?
She goes, that's pretty powerful magic. That's almost as powerful as you could be. I've not heard of much more powerful magics than that.
That's the no magic zone, or all three of them?
It's well, the anti-magic field is very high level magic. The true sight. Oh, this is a homebrew thing. True seeing, excuse me.
Certain would Sirius? He doesn't have true sight. He's got, I guess, detect magic items.
He has detect magic, yeah. True seeing is also a higher. It's a pretty high level spell. Not as high as the other one. And dispel magic, I don't know if any of you guys know, the check on it is harder depending on how high the magic is that is causing the effect.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's like a 5th level spell, I think it's like a 15 check.
Yeah.
So it's difficult.
So,
But you can also,
item
I believe
that's
you
good.
can override it with level slots, right? Like if it's a certain level higher, you can.
I have an item that has true sight.
You do indeed. It when you scry on something, you have true seeing. But it does take 10 minutes to do a scry.
Oh yikes!
That's what I was thinking. If I would, now that I've met Lady Daggerford, I think that's a higher or lower whatever DC.
Mhm. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
while we're on the way back to Nightstone. Scry.
Okay. Anything else while you're here?
For me, I got nothing.
I think you guys milked everything. We'll do the scry and then we'll take a break real quick. What's this check? What's the save she has to make?
It says a DC 17, but I
DC
remember-
17. Charisma, wisdom.
I'm looking, it doesn't say on this one.
It probably say on the true seeing spell.
Well, I don't know if is it a spell of true
Well,
seeing?
It's basically when you look through when you scry on something, you have true sight. It's just a default thing.
Yeah, but true.
Here's what it says in D&D Beyond.
Yeah, true sight is like a condition. It's
Right.
Radius of 120 feet.
Like I
Okay.
remember
So,
animal creatures have it.
I don't think
But
it.
I remember
I need to look at the
casts it.
scry thing for the check. My bad.
I remember reading it. There was like a, what was it, a 17 if they're unwilling, or if I've never met them, and then a 12, and then
So-
a whatever.
Yeah, you met the target. So if you've met the target, it's a +0, so it doesn't adjust the save. If you have a likeness or a picture of them, it's a -2. If you have a possession or a garment, it's a -4.
To the roll.
Familiar.
The minus to the row. To the roll. That's
Yes, thank you. Not to the save. You're right. We had this discussion last time.
Would you consider I know her well?
No, you've met her once. That's not a no. Well, sorry, my dude.
I
Now, Helena, you got the no well. But
yeah.
shut the fuck up. I regret everything.
Alright, and that says, according to scrying, that's a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom, thank you.
If a
an
target knows to catch-
18 plus 0 is an 18. You stare in the crystal ball for several minutes, trying to focus in on the more dormant powers that you realize it now has, and you begin to transition into your scry, but it's murky. It's the mist is red and unpassable, and you find yourself frustrated, unable to pin her down. But this is something you can try again.
I'm just wondering if I should use her location. But I ain't trying to be all freaky peeping Tom.
No, no, I got you. She is on a successful save. She isn't affected for 24 hours, so you have to wait another day to try it.
Okay, I will.
Okay. You guys head back to Nightstone. It is early in the morning when you arrive. You guys come in, are patched up a bit. Sarah, actually, on the way home, is mending you up a bit. And she goes, bet you're glad you invited me now. And she patching up your wounds. We're going to skip this section of Tally stuff. Yeah. Right. You guys head back to Nightstone. The following morning, Miros presents you with saddles for all of your riding beasts and tells you that you Neverwinter, I think, is where Clyde had said that you can get some more familiarity with these beasts. I don't know if you wish to take them or if you wish to try to find a seed while you're there to learn, but I figured I would have them ready for you. I can also try to get some barding together, depending on the type of armor you want and what they're capable of holding. I think that I can get light, medium, or heavy armor for the creatures. Light armor for 150 per creature, medium armor for 200, and heavy armor for 600. And you wouldn't have this today, but he would work on it, and you would have it when you get back.
What are we doing, fam?
Devin, you're on mute.
I know what I want to do, but we're going to take our break.
Oh, you are correct, yeah. All right, we'll meet back in about 10 dudes. I just dropped in your game notes, or excuse me, Strongholds and Followers, the price for the Barding. If you guys would like to look at which Barding you would like to get for your particular mount. Heavy armor gives stealth disadvantage, but is obviously the most protective. So do with that what you will.
I'm going medium.
Okay, so that's 200. That's 400. I'll say Tally will go medium as well, so that's 600.
I love the idea of the elk and heavy armor. Terrifying. Golbrand will actually wants to do light armor because he has to fly.
Okay, they all fly. But
it's,
so that's 550. Devin, will you minus 550 from the bag and put 3 medium, 1 light for me?
Hey, speaking
you guys,
of bags, I think we all got our equipment back if you haven't put it on D&D Beyond.
Yeah, shields, armor, weapons, multiple weapons if you have more than one thing equipped. That should be the only thing that was unequipped. You guys, you have a bit of a choice. You can head to the Frost or the Fire Giants next. What do you feel is the most pressing issue?
Well, Bergen had that dream.
Yeah. I love that. I like to think that's Davos. The group in the middle of a meal.
Okay. If y'all share that sentiment, then you guys know that you have to fly up north. You have the Oracle's words that were recited to you. Again, from the perspective of
Oh!
Yes?
I'm so sorry. There was something Golbrand did want to do in Nightstone. I almost
go ahead. I think I know what it is.
Yeah. So I'm sorry. I've been putting a lot of stuff together. Before we leave, I want to do this. That item. Do you guys remember that Galvin still at Nightstone? Before I start,
he is not. No, he left previously.
Okay. Long story short, do you guys remember Galvin coming to the town and asking about an item we had that was draconic?
Yeah, I thought that's what we just figured out.
Well, but there was one besides the orb.
Yeah, it was.
Well, Davos figured out that Safine's trinket was a dragon scale.
Oh, she gave to Tally? Oh, okay.
I feel like we just crushed his dreams.
No. I mean, Joey did not confirm or deny when I was spitballing the other day, so that's fair. Although
I'm using it for later. You just gave him ammo, is all.
No comment.
But I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong. Did Galvin not say that the language on the thing was multiple languages, or did I mishear that? Because I thought I heard that on.
Donovan did.
I
It's
remember.
so it's a single glyph, but it's comprised of 3 different runes from 3 separate languages: Infernal, Draconic, and Jotun. And they are
Okay.
translated. It's ceaseless, unending death, I think, or unending or unyielding, something like that.
Okay. No, never mind then. That's cool. How about it?
And I think we did just get cold gear enhanced.
You did, yeah. So you all have cold resistance, and you don't have to worry about making any weather checks or anything for this, unless you guys, hoof it for a long time. But since you've been told to go, that Neverwinter has a trainer for flying, do you want to stop there on your way? Did I move you guys to this page? I did, yeah. You guys are obviously down here. Bloop, 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 bloop. And Nightstone. And oh, you have to figure out the riddle. So from where the Eye of the Allfather was, which you know to be far north in the spine of the world, travel west over mountains to the sea of moving ice. There among the glaciers you'll find Svardborg, the burg of the frost giant Jarl. The conch you seek rests on his icy throne.
Do you know anything about this? We know this is Storvald, right?
You've heard the name. You know he's the Jarl of the Storm Giants.
Do you know anything else about this Storvald's holy mins?
I don't think so. Let me look over my.
What do you guys know about him? Why don't y'all talk about that and see what is.
So I think the only thing. No, I don't even know.
I mean, other than he's like looking for somebody specifically, Artist Simber, which I think that was mentioned already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You talked
searching
about...
for R2 Simber, and more specifically, the Ring of Winter that he possesses.
Yeah.
You know Kimber to be an Elseer, and you know from the Steinfang that Jarl Storvald knows how to get there. You do not know. You know that their helm wants to prevent a battle from coming to fruition. And that has been part of your mission to find him, or to find him before he goes, or find a way into Elseer. You also know that he was searching for members of... he was finding members of Kimber's family by mistake. He was using a glowing red stone, and had found your mother, whose maiden name was Simber. So you realize, to a degree, that he's trying to track him out, and has been doing so for quite some time. Okay, we are, where are you boys head? Where do you think that the clue is leading you to?
I mean, you said over
somewhere
the Sea of
else.
Moving Ice.
Yeah. To the west, over the Sea of Moving Ice.
Are you stopping at Neverwinter on the way, though, or are you heading straight there?
Shit, I guess we might as well.
How long?
No.
Yeah, how long will that training take?
You didn't ask anyone at the appropriate time.
Fair enough.
If Sideri will mention, training, I've never been trained in that specifically, but, we have had to train men in horseback combat, and it takes at least a few days for them to get their grips right. Less than a 10-day, for sure. Couple of days, 3, 4, 5, depends on how quickly you pick it up.
What do you think, Bergen? Because I feel like, how time sensitive do you feel like this is?
Well, I don't know exactly, but I don't usually get such direct messages from elves, so that makes me think it's probably fairly urgent.
Priority 1 case. Heard.
Yep.
Can confirm.
Yeah.
All right, so skipping over Neverwinter then?
We'll hit it on the way back.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe on the
Straight
way
up.
back.
Give me 1 second. Let me pull something up.
How
Feel
many
free to
days
talk.
has it been since Bergen had that dream?
I'm gonna capture this shape-shifting demon
Couple
in the
days.
crystal ball.
Oh yeah, because you can try that every day. Goldberg would like to do prescience if there's time.
Yeah.
This session.
Why don't y'all go ahead and roll for that? I guess I will roll for the scry. For expediency's sake, I'm trying to think. It's 6 days to Neverwinter. I think it's 7 beyond that, so it's 13 days to get out there. You could technically try it every day.
Doing it.
Fuck. Well, roll a d20 and we'll just see how long it takes you.
Okay.
Okay, that's pretty good. About the second or third day, you finally, the red mist yields, and you see her chambers that you had seen when you had found the assassin. But in Morwen Daggerford's place is a pink-skinned, horned, demonic-looking woman. She seems to be reading letters. There's nothing you can make out. Responding. It seems mundane and yet chilling. And as you're doing this, roll a religion check for me.
That ain't gonna go well.
We're gonna see.
All right.
Okay, not terrible. You for a 10, you've heard of this type of thing, of demonic forces infiltrating places. You've never thought it would reach so high as, the sole lady of a city. But she definitely seems to be of the 9 hells infernal lineage. But couldn't positively identify.
Am I the only one that can see in this crystal ball? It's not like it could be like, hey.
Yeah,
Charlie.
it's really the crystal ball doesn't necessarily show you so much as it gives you the ability to. I don't think if it's somebody else were to look in it that they would see it as well, so you would have to relay.
All right. I mean, I guess I would share that with the group. Hey, I'm pretty sure that wasn't actual Lady Daggerford. She's not known for her mind-melting abilities. No offense, Tally.
None taken, friend.
It's my associate, Mr. Wang. No offense.
Oh god.
Sorry. Caddyshack.
Did you find anything on the crystal ball, Devin? Sounded like you were gonna check to see if it would be broadcast or.
I've quick Google search. I didn't. The results
Okay,
weren't relevant.
Gotcha. Roll a few insight checks for your prescience.
Oh.
I don't know how you want to go about doing this.
I think he's just gonna take one hit.
24. Do you want to seek something out in particular, or are you casting a broad net?
Well, things have changed now. I'm very. I don't know. I want to see. Oh God. You said I could check for things that would end the path, like if we did this or did that, if the path would crumble. You mentioned something about it last week.
Yeah, to a degree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you?
Okay, I want to see if we find Storvald.
Okay.
Yep.
Your vision goes blank, and it seems you realize that you haven't whited out so much as it's just an unyielding blizzard. And as the winds shift and change, you catch a glimpse of a figure, Storvald, upon a ship, sailing across the waters. You catch another vision. You see him within that same environment, the wooded swamp. You gather you may see him multiple times. You might be able to see him in either location. There are, as long as certain things do not come to fruition, it seems that where you stop him is of little importance, as long as you stop him.
Colburn, want to relay that to the group?
Should I try to true sight that mofo?
We didn't have a lot of context. Wow, lots of stuff.
You've never
huh?
met him, so it would be a hard check, but you could.
Anybody got like a toenail or something?
Gross.
No, well, aren't we? Isn't Helm's Vision wasn't Bergen's descendant fighting him?
Yes, but that is,
a relative of Bergen's. Don't know how related, but
and we believe that is in the future because we have to stop that from happening.
Right.
We just don't know how
Okay.
far.
Mm-hmm. All right.
okay.
I'm not gonna waste the rolls unless we need to. Like we have no clue where we're going.
Well, I guess we'll keep going that direction until we. I guess Golbrand had a vision before in the past who wants to give a brief description of a floating iceberg, I believe was the description.
A massive floating iceberg that seemed to have structures built upon it.
Yeah! Give that brief description.
Do you realize how little that narrows it down?
I mean,
Well, as
y'all
you
said
guys
sea of
are
moving ice
approaching
earlier.
as you guys are approaching the end of your journey here, you come into the actual sea of ice and see hundreds of these icebergs. It might take you some time to locate it,
Oh.
but not impossible. Also, I do want to ask, you guys do technically have your mounts with you. If you would like, you could try to make some more handling checks. You need 5 successful checks total. Goldbrand and Tally have 1, Davos has 2, and Bergen has 3 because he got a crit the other day. If you would like to try to, you can do up to 3 checks on this ride over, and Kaya will say, don't worry, if you fall off, I'm sure I'll catch you. And
Or
as you recall,
To make it quicker that we find a place.
this is we'll say this is between like before you actually get to the sea of moving ice. If you want to do it while you're there, you're going to have to make some checks, and it's going to be probably at disadvantage if you haven't tamed your mount.
Oh, this is for taming the mounts.
Yeah, this is for
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I get to roll twice, you said?
You can do up to 3 times.
And I need 2?
You need 3 total. You have to.
So I only need 1 more. 6, 7.
Goldbrand passed 1. Davos passed 1.
Golbrand hasn't rolled. That's an insight check.
Oh, that's an inside check. I'm sorry. Davos has 1 pass.
Work on it.
So you're at 3 now.
Damn.
Oh, do you
Mm,
lose 1, Bergen? What's my rule there? No, we won't say you lose 1. We'll say that at one point you come up to the griffin and you spook it, and it like rears back a bit and it catches you with one of its talons. Not a vicious cut, but you realize how deadly this thing is.
Oh, he likes you.
Davos, you get 2 more. Goldbrand, you can make these as well, my dude.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was trying to wait on
Good.
keep him from being.
Davos, another success. So you have 4 out of 5.
All right, here goes. These are not an advantage, right? These are just straight rolls for us.
Unless you do something to give you advantage.
I could have guided myself, but it's ahead of time. No, I'll make 1 more and see what happens.
Okay, 20. You do get past. So Davos is the closest to the Pegasus. I also wanted to say, do you guys name these things?
I don't know. The name Pegasus is pretty epic. I'm not going to call it Peg. Peggy.
Peggy Hill.
Let me think.
Not yet. I'll think about mine.
Okay. Goldbrand, anything come to mind?
I mean, I have one, but I'm not gonna do it unless like they all get names. I guess unless everyone does it. But,
I mean,
everyone's
we're going to name them.
Going to. Yeah.
yeah.
Do it.
I guess he's gonna call
Name
it
the
Ugin.
bears. Moonin or Ugin?
Not Moonin, Ugin. Or
Ugin,
Hugin,
the other one.
The second one, yeah.
Okay, no, I'm about it. Moonin was a well, you know this, Brandon,
Yeah.
but Moonin was a Raven character that I played in Eberron, which is one of Odin's 2 ravens, and Ugin is the other one. That's fun. All right. You also have the 2 crystal collars. Who is using those exactly?
I think they're the Holy Boys mounts are.
Okay, so the Griffin and the Pegasus? Because you do have a face stag and a giant raven.
I just picture the Raven probably wouldn't go in
Like
The raven would probably be fine. The stag might draw some attention.
You could take it off
Not
serious.
the griffin or the Pegasus.
Griffins are not uncommon. The Lord's Alliance uses them as mounts quite commonly. There are griffin cavalries. The Pegasus, perhaps a little more rare, as they are celestials. They are not beasts of this realm or monstrosities, I think is what griffins are. But the Face Stag... Yeah, the Face Stag and the Pegasus probably stand out the most.
I would say then do those two.
Cool.
Unless y'all have any objections.
No. Ba-da-boop. All right, you guys head further north. Let's say Tally, roll a perception check for me. We're just gonna see how many extra days it takes you guys to find this. It's a total of about 13 days to get there. 23. You find it on the second day, so it's 15 days total. And I will reveal this on your map so you can see it. Bloop. Come on. And it is colossal.
Oh, no.
Colossal for an iceberg, I guess. Let me drop a picture in chat real quick so you guys can see. Ah! Discord, quit being twitchy. Right. As you guys go through the snowstorm that has thankfully slightly let up in the on the last day, Tally from the Spotter's Nest gives a cry in the afternoon and guides you over to points out what you had mistakenly thought is just the white of the horizon beyond the mist and the snow that makes it sightless. But instead you see a remote village where you see carcasses of whales and giant walruses and a colossal scale. You see it's floating among hundreds of other icebergs in the sea of moving ice, and there's 3 lodges upon it that are still entombed inside this ice, while others have been chipped out and rendered habitable. The expansion and contraction of the ice over the centuries has damaged them, but it seems that repairs are underway. The lodgers are perched on sheer cliffs of ice that plunge 50 feet into the sea, and the cliffs are about 10 feet high, where the one area where Tajin thinks that he can guide you guys to land. And with that, I'm going to get this map real quick.
Oh.
You okay?
No, sorry.
Bit nipply out here.
Wee bit nipply.
This cold. I don't think it's cold. It's like
It
things.
do be frosty. Sorry, my screen's been a little annoying.
Plug Adventures of Icewind Dale. Pretty neat book.
You guys get a good view coming down from it. You see several of these lodges. You see perhaps 8 of them, as well as and the center of this structure. Oh, whoops! That's not where that's supposed to be. Why did you do that? Son of Beach. Sorry, give me 1 second. My map page is being stupid. Feel free to talk amongst yourselves about your... I'm curious to see what your creatures exactly look like, as far as do they have any distinct markings or anything like that.
No. No. I feel like Ravens only come in black and white. And he's... A white one would look terrifying if it had red eyes.
My Pegasus name is Spot, because he has a nice black spot of fur over one of his eyes.
I love it. I would die for Spot. Oh my god. You guys are still seeing the Faerun map, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I might have to log out of here and come back into this.
Rip. Joe's technology ecosystem.
Oh yeah. I mean, fuck me, I guess, right?
I mean, it's going to take a lot more than that.
Hmm?
What, I mean, I don't know. I feel pretty fucked right now. Wait, giggling in the other room, babe. I hear you. She's just hearing things out of context and is getting
I
a
don't
kick
know.
out of it.
I kind of like the
Wait,
Devin
she
albino raven
she
now. I
can
don't know
hear
if I'm
us?
gonna go with that or not.
Or hear you talk.
Hear him.
Probably hear me, not hear you
Yeah.
guys, yeah. All right.
There
Here.
we
Can you guys
go.
see that now? Sweet.
It's
All right,
black.
this.
Dynamic lighting.
Zoom
I got you.
out.
Give me 1 second. I got to reveal.
I see.
Too.
Enhance.
So this
Enhance.
star furthest to the left. I forget I could do this. Enhance. I just realized what you said. Sorry. Bloop.
Star furthest to the left.
That is
Whoa.
where you guys. Tajin says that he can land you down. Bloop, bloop,
Rough
bloop.
distance between that cabin and there.
Pretty big. 1 square here is 20 feet. So it may not look colossal, but this place be big. Let me get. There we go. There's the rest of the iceberg. You can see this coming. You do not see anyone at the moment. You do not see anybody at first glance.
Oh, I love the little map key. Airship landing zone. So, the strategist in Devin thinks this one, but I am open to suggestions.
Thinks which one?
This one is the closest one to a door? Question mark. Assuming the doors are here.
It is. You guys. What was his perception check? A 23.
Mm-hmm.
You do not see anybody keeping watch. You do not see any inhabitants, but you see boats and signs of life that make you think that there could be things around.
Do we want to try to skirt?
We're at least the furthest away from any conflict, whereas if we go to that other star, we'd be in the between of two of them, 2 cabins.
Fair point.
Okay.
So if they were hiding and we don't know, then we could get surrounded more easily.
No, I buy that. I feel like that's a good point.
Okay. So you guys go to the furthest left.
Yes.
I think so.
All right. You
Unless
guys.
Dreamer Boy over here wants to go somewhere else.
Dreamer boy. That's-
Rip.
Okay. You guys
Don't
have
you
one lodge that's close to you. These are, again, huge. You remember Harshnag being as close to 30 feet tall. These structures are easily 60 feet in the air, multi-tiered, and many of them seem to be 2 stories. They're broad, and some of them have cracks and breaks in them, but they are under the process of being repaired. It's also partially buried in ice. This one here has a couple of different entrances. One that you see from the front. You also see... Oh. No, you wouldn't see that one, would you? Well, I will say with the 23 tally from the top, notice there's a way in the back door on this one. A hole in the ice that seems to lead to this structure.
Like somewhere right here.
Yeah, on the back, there's a spot where it says tunnel just to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And that is the entryway in that he noticed.
We wouldn't be able to access that anyway, huh?
Yeah, you couldn't land on the inside, but you could try to make your way in from the back by going around. You gather that you can use any of these structures to get through to the center. They all seem to be built into this almost covered harbor. It's almost like a volcano made of ice.
Yikes.
Whoops.
Alright. We're gonna go investigate.
Yeah, stealth mode.
Oh! I think I can cast Pass Without a Trace now.
You can, that's right.
So if y'all want to try to stealth into that number 2 building right there.
Yeah, or at least take a peek.
Okay.
See what's in there.
It's weird because this one is a separate map page. Give me 1 second.
Ugh.
No, yeah. I'll bring you over to it pretty quickly, though. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And I want to hide everything.
Fuck me, right?
Oh, yeah. Bloop. Fuck you, Shorzy.
Fuck you, Jonesy. Your mom was all like, huh?
Alright. If you look... No, I said reveal, damn it. Bloop, bloop. Alright, if you guys go to the southeastern part of this. Southwestern, I said southeast, didn't I? My apologies. These squares are a little better. I think that these squares are 10 feet. They're not the 20 feet anymore, but that's why everything looked kind of big. In this room, you see 3 frost giants are engaged in a drinking contest. They seem inebriated, and they are chattering noisily, and the third one is hoisting a great axe as he's waiting for them to, for these two to finish their rounds. You also see these low torches. There's the whole place is filled with snow. They don't seem to have much of a need to warm their chamber. They do have sources of illumination through torches and sconces that are mounted on the wall. You also see the severed heads of polar bears, walruses, a young white dragon, and remorhazes. A long round table and 4 smaller tables make up much of the floor space. Their tops are strewn with wooden mugs and scraps of leftover food. You also see a stairway up right here. Oh, that's not the select thing. A stairway up here, and you see a couple of curtains that seem to lead into the side rooms. And a door in the back corner.
Did you say there was a young white dragon and remorhazes in here?
There were the skulls. Yeah, they're mounted like trophies.
Skulls. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, these are on the DM level, aren't they?
And where are they?
There's how many of them again?
There are 3 of them. They're sitting at this big table in the middle. Let me move these to the right layer. Sorry. When I put those up, I didn't put them in the right space. I will say that Tally can peek in and glean this without being caught because we know Tally's stealth is pretty high. What do you guys choose to do with this information?
2 of them are really drunk, and the one is just waiting to play.
They all seem to be pretty drunk. It seems like they're racing to see who can finish their Stein faster, and but it's 2 at a time, and one of them is acting as the judge. And by the time you guys are observing this, they finish one, and the one on the northern end of the table wins and bellows loudly and shakes his axe, and immediately 2 more are poured, and the loser steps out while the previous ref jumps in and begins to continue on with that.
I mean, have
You
we
can
ever
try
fought
to
a frost giant?
You
I
know
know my,
Harshnag was pretty stout.
I know my
So
luck
for
giants.
for what it's worth, passive auto trace lasts for an hour. So we can check other places if you guys want, or at least risk it if you guys want. I don't know how quick we want to. If we find Storvald, maybe we come back and thin them out first. But that's up to y'all.
Yeah, if they don't notice us, maybe check out another cabin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That way Joey has to do more roll 20 work and
Yeah, thank you for that. No, you're good. So, you guys go back to previous loop. All right, you can see this, yes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys just exited out of number 2. You could go further up and go to what I will show you is number 5. Well, I can't show you. Number 5 is the one to the north, and then number 1 is the one to the south. Which way do you head?
I feel like either one is as good as the other because we don't know where anything is.
Number 1.
Number 1? Okay. Let We reveal that. La 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 la. Ground floor.
Oh yeah, aren't these 2 stories? We didn't even look at the
Yeah, I
second
was
story.
There are multiple stories, yeah. Some of them seem to be more, but most of them are at least 2 stories. Do you want to try to do anything about the second level in that room, or are you...
No, we'd have to sneak past them to go up to the second level.
Okay. In that case, bring you guys back over to this page, and we're going to be just north of where we were. Loop, loop. All right. This, you gather, is the Jarl's Lodge. A 3-story lodge is partially buried under the ice with numerous entrances. Steps ascend to the main doors, and you see a great feast hall before you, and that there's snow tracked all throughout it, illuminated similarly by sconces mounted on the walls. The fire does not emit heat. It is... You gather some type of magic, but it is not warm in here. It is frigid. If you weren't wearing your winter cloaks, you imagine you would be extremely uncomfortable. You see 6 massive wooden tables that are each 5 feet tall and arranged around the room. You gather that the frost giants would sit around here to eat. There's goblets and scraps of frozen meat. In the center of the hall is the thawing carcass of a mammoth suspended on a giant wooden spit. 3 large empty ale barrels stand around the room. And is there a perception check for this, or somebody roll perception for Taliband? We'll see what else he sees. 17. Okay. You notice on the south wall, there's several hunting racks, giant-sized weapons, harpoons, nets, coils of rope. Curtains of walrus hide are sort of blocking off some of the entryways, but the center way you can see through. You also gather that the rooms continue beyond as you see 2 other doors on the far end. With a 17, he also noticed 8 ice mephits. They seem like small imps made comprised of ice, like small bat-like creatures that are hanging from the ceiling. And he doesn't know if they've noticed, but he does notice that there are 8 of them hanging up.
It's up to you.
So
He's not there, it looks like, unless we want to search the building for him, but we have to go through those things. And we know there are 3 other giants in the other building.
what do these ice imps do? I mean, they're just like bats.
You
Think of
could
them
you could
like
make an
that.
Arcana check. Trying to think if anyone would have a good knowledge of this. Bergen, make an Arcana check with advantage, because you
From the north.
yeah, he's from this area. He's probably heard some things.
Yeah!
What was that? I'm sorry, I didn't see.
Heard
A
a thing.
19.
A 19. Solid. You know, ice mephits are pests of the north. They are they can be dangerous in large numbers. They can slow you down and make it difficult for you to get away. Nothing to be terribly afraid of, but they could turn into an issue, especially if you run into something else while you're here.
I relay all that information to the team. Yeah, that's
So-
like some shit that's gonna slow us down when we're trying to like bail from fight.
So maybe we should just kill them now.
I was just wondering, would it draw attention though?
Point.
Good point. I wouldn't be
Keep
sure.
looking.
Keep looking. Do you want to go to another building? I feel like if that's his lodge, is it multi-story? Like,
It is.
Yeah,
Yes, it seems to be at least 2, if not 3 stories.
I mean,
You want to try passing without a trace?
It's
you know,
like
hugging the wall, Ace Ventura style.
it depends on how long it's been. Like I said, it lasts an hour. If I guess we could try to sneak past them. Question mark to the DM.
Like they got that.
You could the 17, the 19, yeah, I mean you could try. You you think maybe if you don't provoke them that they won't engage. It's, a little difficult to say, but...
Or do you want to just, surprise round attack them?
That's a fair point. What you doing, boys?
I think we're sufficiently far away enough that we can, if we get to jump on them, we can burst them down. Unless he's in the building. But if he's in the building and he hears us, then at least maybe we'll confirm he's in the building.
But if he is in the building, then we have them behind us.
Hmm.
But if we kill him and get out...
We just keep killing things, Devos. It's a very good plan. We just...
Well, I was kind of spitballing. Like, I'm down for anything.
Are we rolling a dice to see even or odd what we do?
Bergen, what do you... Spencer, Bergen, what do you
Shit, man. Yeah, I kind
Sneak or fight? Sneak, then fight.
of... Probably. Fuck it. Yeah, let's try to sneak.
Okay.
Is-
Are you doing cash without a trace?
Pass without
Without a trace?
How long has it been? It lasted an hour. So.
Oh, that's right. You cast it in the previous room. Did you?
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead and everyone roll and add 10 to it. I'm gonna roll a
Do we get our normal modifiers? as well?
Oh. You get your normal modifiers as well.
Yeah.
Just add 6. You just adds a flat 10 to it. Wow.
Oh,
Wow.
goodness.
That's not a good series of rolls.
It's
That's,
not.
11.
so that's
15,
technically an 11, a 16, a 15, and a 30.
30.
Tally, as always, unseen. Goldbrain could not be loud if he tried. I imagine you slip on some of the ice. Like, you're not used to being this far north, and there's like a slick patch where you catch and sort of slip, and your axe like clambers to the floor a little bit. And technically it's 15, so you guys do pass, but Goldbrain does make a racket. The methods flap around a bit, and they've noticed your presence. They do not seem to be stirred into striking.
Fuck it, let's keep going.
Which way do you seek to go? There's in this room there's a door to the south and a door to the north.
Technically, we don't know what's beyond those doors.
Technically, yes.
Alright. Because, obviously I would say go. Yeah. But not knowing that, I like the idea of getting past the curtains and maybe going down that
Okay.
hall.
All right, so you go through, and again, weapon racks line the walls here. It's surprisingly, a lot of these things are taller than you, and they're made out of narwhal horns, whale bones, walrus tusks, various natural purposes. You also, as you creep to the room behind it, you see there's a storeroom. You see that it's food, supplies. You gather from small folk. These crates don't seem to be built for giants. They you gather it's from ships and villages along the Sword Coast, including barrels of salt, wine, and ale. And that actually is 3 separate rooms that you clear through here, but they are unoccupied.
Guess make our way to the stairs. Or should
Okay.
we? Yeah. If we know it's all food, I'm not going to waste time looking for treasure.
You
in the
can
kitchen.
someone can roll a investigation check, we'll call it.
All right, come on, Tally.
Yeah. One other person could if they wanted, but that's not gonna buy you anything. Okay, no one's jumping at it, so we'll carry on. You guys go check out the room to the north, and you see giant oars hanging from the wall of this room, which has giant snowy tracks in the floor. You see a door to the back that leads northward into the interior of the iceberg that you caught a glimpse of from above. It leads to a ledge overlooking a great ship, and a wooden staircase leads up along the western wall. The stairs creak and seem unstable. They are built for giants. So they are quite large.
But they're unstable?
They not that they're unstable, they just don't seem well tended. You gather that they're going to be not going to aid you in your attempt to be quiet.
Okay, but they can hold the weight of a giant.
You would gather.
Like they're not dilapidated where they hadn't been used in 20, 30 years.
Some of them are a little rough, but overall they seem usable.
Do got that climbing rope.
That's fair. It's about 30 feet a story here, so you could technically scale up to that.
Do we want to go outside to do that, or we just want to try to do it here? I feel like also if we find him, if we can, we should try to get away, go get our mounts, and then go gank him.
So go get our
Gank him
mounts
from
and
above.
come back in here.
Fair enough.
I'm asking. That's what.
We can all. Would you say we can always come back in here?
Is that what you said? If we find him, okay, dude's sleeping. Let's run and get our Pegasus, and then come back to kill him.
If he's sleeping, maybe just kill him. But if we find him, I feel like that's the plan. Go get the mounts. Make us so much more mobile. We're less likely to get smacked down. Well, not smacked down, but I don't know. The mobility is pretty helpful.
Can we fly up to the second level?
That's what I was thinking. Especially if we knew where he was, we'd just fly up there. And are the windows big enough to fly through? Could we feasibly
There are not windows in these structures, per se.
Oh,
The
no.
doorways you could fly through, but there are not windows. This is built for hardy cold resistance.
But this
winter
place is so
resistance.
big, the mounts could fly around inside these buildings.
Yeah. Now, you guys, none of you have fully bonded with your mounts, so you would
fair.
have to make some checks, and it would be not impossible, but not easy either.
Let's see. I mean, I'm down with the
So
climbing rope.
we're
idea.
going up the stairs though. We're gonna
Yeah,
try
I'm
to.
down with the climbing rope idea.
Stairs or
Yeah.
climbing rope? Okay, climbing rope. You guys managed to pop that rope up and assemble up to an area that seems to be surprisingly civil for the rest of the rooms you've seen. You see it's a steward's office. It contains a wooden table with 2 large empty barrels and a crate filled with packing straw. Standing against the north wall is a cabinet without doors, which hangs 3 cloaks made of walrus hide. You also see... Tally, make a perception check. And if you guys are sneaking, I'll need to make some stealth checks.
Still plus 10 question mark?
Still plus 10.
Gross.
29 without your plus 10. Almost a 40. God. That's technically 2 passes, 2 saves. But no, that's 3 fails. You guys come up and you see you hear a voice from behind you say, "Do not move! I'm not afraid to kill you if I need to." And you turn to see a fur-clad, appears to be a wizard, a human mage with a wand in his hand. He asks you, "What are you doing here? What do you seek here at the store, at the iceberg?"
We are looking for Storvald.
And to what end?
He has something we want.
Yeah. Yep. He's got something we're looking for. We're both looking for the same thing.
So you too seek the Ring of Winters.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we do.
And what do you wish for Storvald? To kill him to this end?
I imagine it'll probably come down to that.
Honest burger.
He paces the room a bit. I would say that Tally notices that his eyes, you are between him and the doorway. He is toward the desk, and the doorway is behind you. You see his eyes flick to it, and he seems to have this perpetual scowl. He's trying to work out exactly what to do. He says, "I will not interfere with your way, but I will not stand idly by and let you take any of my hard work.
What's your hard work?
I have been seeking for some time to get the Ring of Winter for myself. Storvald is close to finding it, and I sought to use the knowledge that he had in my favor. He's not here at the moment. I do not know when he will return, but your time is limited.
Do you know where he is or where the ring is?
He seems to know, but is keeping it close to the chest.
So you're allies with him?
I was seeking to make an alliance. To convince him I could be a powerful ally. Not telling him that I am out to obtain the very thing he is after. Yeah, that'll be it.
So you would let us kill him, but you want us to give you the ring?
No, I will get the ring of my own accord. I'm just not going to sell you out the moment that you come in here. His room is through the next 2 doorways. You could find yourself in his chambers to seek out what clues you must.
Oh, appreciate it.
Where did he go?
Where did what?
Where did he
Where,
go?
where did Storvald go?
He's out looking for it.
A raid. I know not if for foodstuffs or if he has more information about the ring or another individual he is tracking down. Foolishly. He does not understand the magics that he uses.
Does he know when he's expected to be back? I guess he said earlier he doesn't know when he's going to be
He
back.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know the magic he uses? Storvald?
Storvald does not understand the
Okay,
magics that he uses to seek Kimber.
I vote that we go and try to find a possession in his room, and then we try to scry on him with it, and see if he's in Elsevier. Because if he is, that's a next week Devin problem.
Next week, Devin.
That seems like a very good plan.
Yeah.
I don't know if I trust this wizard. Someone keep an eye out.
Okay, noted. What do you guys choose to do? Do you proceed into the next room? Do you double back?
We want to go find his room, I think.
Gross. You open the door behind you, and you find a filthy room strewn with gnawed mammoth bones. A frost-covered barrel in the southeast corner contains dead fish, and there's bits of fur and scratches, and it reeks in here. Some type of animal was kept here. There is also a door on the eastern wall.
Can we peek in without
You can make a stealth check, still with your +10.
invoking the wrath of this animal?
Whoever wants to peek can, and they can also make a perception check.
All right, tally, duh.
Yep, yeah, we know. Okay, 17.
Plus
grab...
10. for
Oh,
the
thank you.
stealth.
Yes, you are correct.
Bro, if a 27 don't pass.
No, it's there's a couple of things. So with a 15, he sees a throne room. Icicles hang from the rafters of this ice-glazed hall, which is again lit by the bluish flames upon the sconces. You see tables covered with drinking horns, rugs made from a saber-toothed tiger, a throne carved from ice. You see an opening to the far wall that is open to the outside. And he also sees, with a 15, 2 frost giants and 2 winter wolves, enormous, near dire wolves, in the chamber. You also see 7 frost-covered dragon eggs in the northeast corner. Each egg is 4 feet tall. Seems enormous. there's also a wooden ladder on the northern wall that leads up to a seemingly much smaller room.
We're
I'm
gonna
sorry, it's
have
on the-
dragons.
Yeah, man, this is worse than the rock egg. Oh no. How big are they? Does Tally know if they
How-
fit in the bag of holding since he holds it and has to put stuff
He
in it all
said
the time?
4 foot tall.
Yeah,
4 foot
they're
tall?
too big for
Wow.
that. Yeah, so it's like 4 by 3 maybe at the widest point. Too big for the bag of holding. Anything above 2 feet is outside of its range.
I feel
Definitely
They're all-
coming back later.
They
Well,
also take up a tremendous amount of space. The bag of holding is not a limitless item.
Yeah.
So even if you could get them in, you probably could not take them all. Or
No, I
even
feel you. Goldbrand just wants one. I feel like Goldbrand, I don't know. As soon as he's told about the eggs, all you guys hear him think over Tally's mental link is, now we have to kill all of them.
We're about midnight, so I think we'll call it a break here before starting combat. But do you guys want to
Yeah.
talk about your plan as far as popping in?
Do we want to fight these, or do we want to go fight any of the other ones? We don't have to fight these, but we obviously can't move the egg right now, so it's up to you guys. Where was his bedroom? Did this wizard trick us? Like,
This is his
chamber?
throne room.
Wow, I see.
But he
Something I
said
wanna say,
his
but-
room is just beyond there. I thought the wizard said.
Seems to be his personal chambers. Yeah, there is no comfy bed lined up in the corner or anything, but this is the Jarl's lodge and this is his chambers, his throne room. There is also the ladder that leads northward, but you would have to sneak your way in here and without being seen if that was your aim.
All right, well,
Hmm.
I got him down. If y'all are, sounds like a good way. Sounds like a fun start.
What think's tougher, 2 giants and 2 direwolves, or 3 giants?
I'm gonna.
Tough
think-
call.
Wolves
is.
get pack attack.
Yeah, pack tactics. They get advantage on their shit.
Does Bergen know anything about werewolves?
You would know that they're a menace to like cattle. Like they're not small by any means. I think they're large, but I will double check that. Oh, they're.
Wondering if
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're large monstrosities.
I wonder if we can sort of like Calithica kind of draw them into the room and limit all 4 of them attacking us at once.
Could be good thinking.
Kite 'em.
Yeah,
Item.
exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe even get the wizard's help.
He seemed pretty adamant he wasn't gonna help.
All right.
Okay.
Command you to help us.
Yeah, he will for 6 seconds. With that, my dudes, we'll go ahead and call it a night. You guys are deep into the lair. I wasn't sure if you were going to get here today. I thought y'all would stop in Neverwinter. Sorry for some technical issues, but can't wait for you guys to finish clearing this up, and we will see you guys next Friday. All right? Deuces, my dudes. Be good. Stay
See you
safe.
guys later.
Is it Friday yet? I forgot to say it.